Yeah, sporty greetings and welcome. Shout out to my people from all over the world. You guys have been showing me so much love. You just don't watch the live stream. Right after the live stream, you guys go and engage with the content. I love it so much. I cannot express the sort of joy you guys are giving to me. Thank you. Where are you watching from? I've been speaking to the guys on TikTok. Let me speak to the guys right here on YouTube. Where are you watching me from? You know, that's the love I give. When I see people watching from Sydney, Australia, Melbourne, people watching all the way from Perth in Australia, my people in America, from Boston, Massachusetts, from New York City, from Maryland, I had Atlanta, the other day I had Miami, I had Boston, I had Houston, Dallas. You guys show me so much love, my folks in Africa. Shout out to my people in Nigeria. Shout out to my guys from Togo, Ghana, my South African brothers and sisters. You know, shout out to you guys. Let's touch base with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. You can see the message I scrolled in. I told you yesterday we gave a comprehensive look at what happened, and we talked about incompetence of the Nigeria Football Federation and how they've put this team in jeopardy. We have a crucial World Cup qualifying playoffs coming up against Gabon on Thursday, and the team couldn't train on Tuesday because the Nigeria Football Federation failed to pay their bonuses and allowances from the last two matches. So I've been digging. I said, I'm not going to stop. I need to know what's going on. So last night, I went hard on administrators tonight. I'm going to search the conscience of players. Yes, Super Eagles players will come under scrutiny tonight. I was saying, no, I shouldn't do this because they're getting ready for a crucial World Cup playoff match, but we need to balance it. I'm not going to pull anyone. I'm not going to, nail anyone on the cross, but we just need to balance it. First thing first. The talks out there that it's bonuses and allow 2019. It is not true, guys. R2T. The players were demanding for their bonus and allowances from the last two matches, the game against Lesotho and Benin Republic. Everything, players and officials, came to about 164,000 US dollars. Round that up to about 100 million naira. Shouldn't be a problem. It's nothing to these players, I know, but they wanted to show the Nigeria Football Federation that you cannot keep treating us like this. And talks lead to talks. So the talks started growing, started entering. Oh, what about what you promised? What about the one we talked about, the presidency? This and this, that and that. All of these are distractions, not necessary at this stage of the qualifiers, the playoffs, the one I've called the second chance. But anyway, the player said, no, if we don't see this money, we're going to boycott training. Gracious goodness, they did. Everywhere, their news started trending. Super Eagles boycotting training because of money. And why they were doing that, look at the Gabonese team up there. Yesterday, they had a fantastic training session. And they were laughing at Nigeria. And look at the kind of story coming out of Nigeria. Is this the people that want to play us that we are scared and they don't have their house in order? No. Gabon said, okay, let's take the momentum since they are not serious, That's the story. So I've been speaking to my sources in the National Sports Commission. If you were here last night, I played you the interview I did with Shehu Diko. I showed you an interview with the president of the Nigeria Football Federation, Ibrahim Gusso. The talks were all over the place. Bottom line, we did not pay the players. Shouldn't be giving them excuses to behave the way they did. So the NFF goofed 100%. The NFF is at fault. The Nigeria Football Federation, you are the leader, you are the custodian of football in Nigeria. Pay people their wages. And so I went to the NSC. That's the body responsible for sports administration and management in Nigeria. I knocked on their door. Knock, come out. Why didn't you guys release money for the Nigeria Football Federation to pay the Super Eagles? NSC said, Austin, sit down, let's talk. We gave these people in the NFF 1.2 billion naira after the last 2 qualifiers. What is the best thing to do to keep the team spirit going? Pay them the allowances. The NFF gave excuses of, oh, we rented private jets. So you have to know, if you tell the aviation company, we will pay you half now. And later, we pay you the rest. And go and suck players' welfare. They say, oh, we bought tickets for the players to come play the match. They got those tickets from agencies. Sometimes, I know this consulting business, you can owe agencies for 4 or 5 months. They want to keep business relationship with you. Bottom line, there was misappropriation of that financial obligation. And this is where we are with it now. Because that training session that they missed yesterday was pivotal. That's where they would have perfected strategies and tactics. Victor Osimhen was just joining the team. And in terms of conditioning, they were coming from their clubs. So Monday's training was light. Tuesday's training would have been intense. It would have plugged in, some of the important tactics. Close the holes. But it is what it is. We are where we are right now. They need to see what they can do. But I know the Super Eagles, when their momentum is low, we saw it all through the qualifiers, then it's not good. So, the Nigeria Football Federation, what happened? Why didn't you pay these players their bonuses and allowances from the last 2 matches? Story. Once upon a time, they will talk here, they will talk here. Oh, bureaucracy, oh, this. Bottom line, these players know that these guys are incompetent, they are unprofessional, they just want to be taking this money and keeping it somewhere while they just use players. The NFF, absolute mess. So disappointed. Because this is not the time you should ruin your own efforts. This is not the time you should jeopardize the second chance that God has given to Nigeria to say, let's see if you can make it to the World Cup. That is why I'm not going to leave the NFF alone. Because I went to the NSC, National Sports Commission. I spoke to the top leadership, and all of them said, Austin, we cannot lie to you. We have, and you listened to Ibrahim Gusau last night in that interview. He said they have gotten all the support that they need from the government through the NSC. So what is the problem? Why are we in this silly situation? Nigeria Football Federation. Now, the talk they were saying is, but these players, they are big men, they have money. Why are they making all of this thing an issue? I said, that's the problem. Because they have money? Does that mean you should not respect business agreements? You say, I'm going to pay you XYZ as bonuses, as match allowances, because these guys are okay. Is that why somebody else should sit on their money, probably even eat it? Nigeria Football Federation, totally disappointed. The NFF, yes, I agree. And nobody should be emotional when the government starts coming for them, because they have received good money from the qualifiers. From when the National Sports Commission came on to date, the NFF, they've been receiving money, so they do not have any excuses whatsoever. Shout out to everyone joining on TikTok. I see you guys. Thank you. Let's keep the page busy. I'll come to you guys. Keep engaging. Tell me where you're watching from. The guys on YouTube, they're doing just that. I'll get to it, but I just want to give you guys background of what's going on. So the player said, okay, you're playing with us, an influential member. Please, for the players, permit me tonight, I won't call names. I don't want to distract them, I know the influence that I have, doing this job. I won't call names, but an influential member in the team. The guy said, no, we're not going to trade. Nobody. He led it. Apparently that guy is sick and tired. He said he's not doing this anymore. He said, guys, we are going to boycott this training. We are not going to train. Let's teach these guys a proper lesson. So he stood his ground. Somebody you know in the team that's very passionate, that plays with his heart, said, no, we have to go and train. We need this. Let's not do this, guys. He was livid. He took out his shirt. He wanted to fight. But the team said, we do not fight now. We know this NFF. They will not support us. They will leave us in the dark. They will not give us our money again. And I think I totally agree. I agree with that because we have seen it over and over again with this NFF. So that guy said, oh, I have to join my teammates. And now the officials, the backroom staff, they said they don't have any choice. Also, they have to join the Super Eagles. Because we don't want money, and where you work, you should get paid. So that's the story. Last night, it didn't work. Shout out to the guys on TikTok. I see you, Pondit. Tell me thank you for the updates, boss. Yola Moni is my guy. Thank you all the way from Canada. NFL will kill our hard-earned respect in the world of football. Today, Pondit, it's a pity we're in this mess again. Keep the comments coming. Keep it coming. Tell me where you're watching from. I'll come to you guys. So that guy said, this thing will backfire. Guys, we have a crucial World Cup match. World Cup qualifying match coming up. I haven't been to the World Cup before. Please, let's just disregard these guys. Apparently, the number supporting him wasn't as much as those who want to boycott training. And so on Tuesday, there was no training session. They started having different meetings. All sorts of stories started flying around social media. You know me, with my training, I'm big on verification. I just don't jump on everything. So after digging and doing my investigations, it is for the last 2 qualifying matches that this guy said, we are not going to play if you don't pay us our bonuses and allowance. And that was then I knew that they just wanted to teach the NFF a lesson, because that was no money. 164,000 US dollars for players and officials. I think I mentioned it at the first live I did when the story was breaking. I think I mentioned it. I told you guys that I know it's not big money, you know, because my sources were telling me that if I hear the reason these players are giving, but they're just tired. Remember, guys, engage with my content. When we got into match day 7, after that draw against Zimbabwe, I think, yeah, I said mentally the Super Eagles, they were tired. They had been through so much. Match day 1 to 6, they were passing through proper hellfire. So now that they have done their bits, make it to this stage, they now wanted to hold leadership accountable. Is it wrong timing? Absolutely. I wouldn't have done it by this time, the kind of time that they did it. But again, I've looked at it. I cannot blame these players. They've been through this before. So the NFF started speaking with them. The National Sports Commission had to intervene. The leadership of the National Sports Commission, number 1, 2, 3, 4 persons, were back there in Abuja, so they did not really have the sort of effects that they would have had if they were on ground, you know. So I can tell you authoritatively that the money did not even come from the NFF. Somebody single-handedly had to bring out that money to rescue this our World Cup playoffs. Oh, Nigeria. And people will say about Sumbok. I don't tire. NFF. Who did we offend in this NFF? The only thing that keeps us together, that binds us, that makes us happy, football. They just want to destroy it. And that's why I would say we no go agree. We no go agree. After this, whatever happens, whether we don't qualify or we qualify, we will keep pressing their neck. So whoever is controlling the leadership of the NFL, you know that this time around, if you are empty up here, you do not have any business with sports administration and management, with football administration and management in Nigeria. We tell them to go. Enough is enough. We missed out of the World Cup in 2022. 4 years of putting your acts together so you don't repeat the same mistake. And we're on the same road again. We are back to where we stopped last 4 years. Can you believe it? It's heartbreaking. So that's the story. That's the story. And it's been so difficult for me to even come for this Tinubu's government, because with what I know, they have tried for the NFF. They have tried for the NSC. I will not lie. They have been supportive. I don't think we've had it this good. We have never had it this good. From the Super Falcons, winning the WAFCON, being hosted by the presidency, gave them monies, gave them national honors, houses, to the Super Eagles. Anytime the NFF go on to execute match, now so billions. That's what we hear. I wonder why we here. Why are we dealing with this sort of situation? Anyway, as of this morning, the talks continued, and they were assured they would get their monies, and the money was paid, and that's why you're going to see the next video coming up. The guys were like, okay, we have shown them now that we understand this game. And that's it right there. The players, Victor Osimhen on your screen, they're going to the team bus to their second training today, Wednesday, happened in the afternoon, Rabat, Morocco, and it's stretch till the evening. So that's the players, doing their stretches, they were even talking amongst themselves. Okay. I just hope that they are in the right frame of mind, or that mentally they are ready, because this is a big mission. But apparently they don't even care. They don't care. Whatever wants to happen should happen, because now this Nigeria Football Federation, they have given these players, they've given them mouth, they've given them something to hold on to. If these guys don't qualify, I say don't blame us. We did our part. They came to camp on time. I was praising them the other day. I was saying, these guys, we've never seen them this committed. Now, immediately they were finishing from their club sides. Boom, they were getting into plane. They were coming, into Rabat. So this was the confirmation. The leader of the team, William Troost-Ekong, went on X and he tweeted this: issue resolved. Outstanding financials cleared and on ground. The team is united and focused as before on representing Nigeria with our maximum for the games ahead. I'm worried, guys. Sincerely, I'm worried. Mentally, this isn't where they should be. Mentally. And yes, we know the Super Eagles, man for man, talent for talent, Gabon does not come close. I've done enough show. I've shown you the head-to-head, but I'll get back to it again tonight, just so to just clear up, for those who don't know. But while we were busy doing that nonsense, knowing that there's a crucial match coming up, see the Gabonese team, they were getting on with their business. They were doing their trainings. They were happy, building team spirit, bonding. You saw Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. As they are hearing stories, Nigeria, they are not ready. They don't even want to go to the World Cup. Look at them, effective strategies. The Gabonese team, they say, okay, if they don't want to go to the World Cup, let us beat them on Thursday and see if we can advance. That's why I say missing that training on Tuesday wasn't good for the Super Eagles. I know this Super Eagles team. We know how they have struggled against Lesotho, against Zimbabwe, against Rwanda. We did not win a game at home until March the 7th, I think. That will beat Rwanda. We did not beat Zimbabwe in Uyo. We did not beat Lesotho in Uyo. This Gabonese team is a good team. It's a compact team. So that was them in training on Tuesday. So, okay. Nigeria is not ready. We will take it. We'll go and do our thing. So I said, let me show you the persons that Nigeria will go against. They are ready. They are doing their thing. They are not joking. So, what do you think? Despite all of this drama, these shenanigans, are you bothered in any way? Can the Super Eagles beat the Panthers of Gabon? It's tomorrow. It's crucial. It's important. Any English that you want to use that is strong enough to justify seriousness. This game, it's all or nothing. Tomorrow, I think it's 5 p.m. Nigerian time. It's 6 in Morocco, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Nigeria will take on Gabon in a crucial World Cup qualifying playoff. This isn't the sort of match that we should be messing up with. The sort of approach that the NFF gave it tells you that they lack vision, they lack knowledge, they lack understanding, they know nothing about the technicalities of football, they know nothing about putting together a winning team. It's just talent that's been doing it for us as a country. Talent, exactly. Daddy, I see you on TikTok. Said there will be a surprise from our players tomorrow. What kind of surprise? Tell me, I want to know. The surprise could be whatever happens, let it happen. They won't care. They won't care. Because they've been pushed to the wall. They've been abandoned. They're not happy. Despite everything that the source from the National Sports Commission told me, that everything is fine now. The players, look at them even when they went for training. Look at them during the training. I'll show you again. Super Eagles in training today after they called off their strike. I know the team. Look at everybody. Before you see them, they are talking, they are laughing, they know that now they are under scrutiny. The world, people will judge them wrongly. Because Benjamin Fredericks right there. I see Samuel Chukwueze trying to dress up. That's Maduka Okoye. He joined the team yesterday. I think that's Alex Iwobi right there. Tolu Arokodare, Olakunle Olusegun, William Troost Ekong. See somebody even using phone there. You don't even care. Oh, have we started training? Frank Rafael Onyedika right there. Top player. Victor Osimhen. I just hope that they will go do it for themselves. Only about 4 players have made it to the World Cup in this team. I think Alex Iwobi, Wilfred Ndidi, William Trustekong. Has Moses Simon been to the World Cup? Tell me, guys. Moses Simon, was he at the World Cup in 2018? Because that was the last time we were at the World Cup. We missed out in 2022. Anyway, that's the Super Eagles right there. The training session they had today. See them doing the stretches. Because as I said, I know the conditioning plan of the team. Kicking the ball around today would have been really light. Yesterday would have been the main, that would have helped them as a team. But the Nigeria Football Federation really. This one, we are putting it on the Nigeria Football Federation. I know there's another angle of the story where persons will say, oh, but the Super Eagles should have looked away. The Super Eagles should have been patriotic. The Super Eagles, this is not the time. But guys, if the man that wears the shoe knows where it's at, so you see, yes, Moses Simon was there. So just those 4 players, that have been to the World Cup. So this isn't the time. We cannot have Victor Osimhen on fire and is not at the World Cup. A World Cup that will have 10 African countries and Victor Osimhen will not be there. Ademola Lookman will not be there. It's unfair. It's unfair. Even Samuel Chukwueze, I question his quality a lot, but recently he's showing good quality. Calvin Bassey, decent players. Ralph Onyedika, young Benjamin Fredericks. Well, Nigeria were all, I was listening to Ibrahim Gusso, by the grace of God, inshallah. So it's all inshallah vibes and by the grace of God. So let's just hope that is part of what can help us, again, because the part of us doing our own job is already flawed. And it's what you sow, you reap. Says that a man diligent in his business. Let me go spiritual. Somebody hold me. I want to preach. Says that a man diligent in his business. He is first diligent. He has done everything he needs to do. Scripture says he will stand before kings. So God will crown your efforts. Not all the time we are calling God. What have you done? You know how many persons are calling God? Do your part. NFF. So one man, an individual, had to rescue the country, coughed out 164,000 US dollars, over 100 million naira, and say, okay, because we know NFL. By the time we say start paying them now, they will say CBS said this one said that, and then the team might take another 2 weeks. So the guy said, I'll do it. And now these guys have their training. But it's Nigeria, but I want the players to know. I understand their situation. I know that we need to apply empathy in this case. But sometimes just do it for the badge. So I see players in club sides, when some things go wrong and they score, they are passionate, they tap the badge, they kiss it. Do it for the country. I know it just gets to a point you're just fed up. Like, do these guys think we are stupid? Yes, I'm Wilfred Ndidi, I have money, I'm doing just fine. But I've got family members. Even if they want to give it to charity, just give them their money. Sad. It's worrisome. It's disappointing. I've been covering sports in Nigeria for going 20 years now. And it's the same old problem. The late Christian Chukwu did his bit. They did not pay him. He complained. Late Stephen Keshi, until he passed on, say was being owed. He's gone. What's his name? Late coach Amadou Shuaibu, the same thing. When will it change? Present day and time, we are still going through the same thing. It's heartbreaking. Disappointing. Coach Eric Shell, I'm sorry, yesterday was his birthday. Because of everything that is happening, I wasn't even seeing road. I was parking. I forgot to say happy birthday to the coach. Happy birthday, Coach Eric Shell. Happy birthday. I think he has done fairly well since he joined the team. He's been pretty decent. And I really just hope that it will end well with him and the NFF. Any conversation between coaches and employers, I do not know how to put my mouth. It can go anyway, but happy belated birthday, Coach Eric Sekushel. Guys, I had a special interview with him. I think it was in June, right after the Unity Cup. Go watch it. It's comprehensive, it's elaborate. He was talking about his game project, his plan for the team, why he loves playing the high pressing game, why he believes that the Super Eagles have the quality. He feels privileged to be the coach of the Super Eagles. It's a heartwarming interview. Go check it out. So that's the story. Super Eagles. Can they beat Gabon tomorrow? Big question. William Troost-Ekong is looking up to the heavens. Could he be that influential player that influenced the other guys to say we are not going to do this training? Could it be William Troost-Ekong? That's what my source told me, that it was someone influential. That person must have some good levels in the team. William Troost-Ekong is the captain, but recently, the things that I know, he's not really being the captain we know him to be, because of course he's not playing the way he should be playing now. I don't know, but definitely again, we'll be looking up. We'll be looking up to the heavens, as we always do. Say, oh Lord, come down and manifest your power. While we're doing that, what we're doing yesterday, Gabon, they were laughing. Gabon said, look at people that want to come and play playoffs with us. Look at people that they are saying they will beat us. Because football is mental. 99% of football is played here, guys. Sense. I always say it, if you follow me on my TV show, I always say it on live television. I tell these NFF people every time. I tell them that you start winning off the field. 70% of success is tied around planning. When you do everything that you need to do, You're sorted. You already tick the boxes. You just go in there and then talent will give you the remaining 30. It's pretty sad. It's heartbreaking. But hey, let's hold up. Let's stay with the updates. The good thing is they had their training session today. There seems to be some relative understanding between the Nigeria Football Federation and the Super Eagles players and officials. And then tomorrow they will file out. Hopefully they will do it for the country. You know, they'll restore the country's pride and glory on the pitch. Beats Gabon. Now I really don't know. Before what happened yesterday, you guys, you could tell my mood from Sunday to Monday. I was, oh, this is it. The Super Eagles, the fact that they made it to this playoff stage, there's no way. Abroshola Elegbele, we were confident, we were passionate with the analysis. We were saying, let's go. This is it. We broke down the team. We did a possible, squad selection. And guess what? We were 100% correct. Everyone that Shola said was going to be called up was called up, including the one that I did not believe, Chidera Ejuke. So we were looking forward to it. NFF, they always find a way. How can you build and destroy? Get your momentum like this. The same person that's supposed to make it increase, that guy will now come bring it down. Please let it make sense. They say, how can you build and destroy? The thing they baffle me, like I've been trying to understand it, I can't. What's wrong with the MFF? Anyway, now it's clear for all to see. I'm sure the NFF, they also know. They know that now everybody, all man eyes, they read. You see them for road, we ask them question, what is the problem? Tuna wants. Is it by force? If you cannot do this job, get out. Just leave. Don't destroy it. This is big business in Europe, in North America, in South America, even Asia now. See Saudi Arabia. Guys, Saudi Arabia beat Argentina at the last World Cup opening game. Look at what Saudi Arabia is doing with sports tourism. Are we not saying these things? Okay, let me live abroad. Let me come to Africa. See Africa. See Rwanda. See what Rwanda is doing with sports tourism. Oh yes. Rwanda hosted an international cycling event, built tracks for it. Rwanda is bidding to host Formula One, not anyhow sport. Arsenal, what do you see on their jersey? Help me, please. What do you see? Please tell me in the comment section. What do you see on Arsenal's jersey? The president, Paul Kagame, he's taking it personal. He's the one driving the business of sports in the country. They're investing. Grassroots sports, infrastructure, even the women. They are using sports to empower the girl child. Sports has got that power to transform lives. Why are we playing with it in Nigeria? I want to know why we are playing with it in Nigeria. And it beats me because we have a rich sporting culture. Let me tell you this fact. Before Nigeria gained independence in 1960, we had already produced world boxing champions. Hello? Should I say it again? Before we gained independence, before we were called Nigeria, Nigerians were already world boxing champions. Dikietu Tiger and Hogan Kidbasi. Boxing. Cricket. We were respected with cricket worldwide. Cricket has been played in Nigeria since the late 19th century. Check the federal government colleges back in the day. It wasn't football. We destroyed all of these structures. What is wrong? What is wrong? The same sports that countries are using to empower themselves. Look at Jamaica. Look at Jamaica. Even after Usain Bolt retired, look at what he is still using athletics to do for his country. Tell me one name that is bigger than Novak Djokovic in Serbia. I'm waiting. They don't play with him. Tennis, individual sports. What was the Philippines until Manny Pacquiao became a world boxing champion? He propelled the sport. The country, lifted the country through boxing. How many times you hear of the Philippines for anything good back in the day? Manny Pacquiao changed that narrative. One man through sport, boxing. It's sad. It's sad. So I did a lot of digging today. As I said, let them play these qualifiers, get to the intercontinental stage. I will not lie, some of these players, I'm really close to them, so I can send them messages. I don't just want to bring anybody down. I don't want to dampen the mood. I know the power of, the media. I know the power of words, but they cannot tell me that there's no small blame in it for them. NFL get 95%, but that 5% would have made a difference, because I always tell you, execution matters, and the execution role is in the hands of the players. And then we'll go execute now. Yeah. On TikTok, AI is suggesting that we give predictions. So let's go with the predictions on TikTok. That's how they can drive this live conversation. So they want you guys to give a prediction. Nigeria versus Gabon. What's it going to end? What's the results? TikTok wants us to talk about that. My TikTok fans, I love you guys so much. I will do everything to see how I can put everything into one streaming platform. I've been trying to do it, but I'll get someone to do it for me tomorrow. And we will do the watch along. While the game is on, we will do it together. I'll watch it together. I'll run the analysis. So keep a date with me, 5 p.m. I'll try to come on at about 4:30. So 30 minutes before the game, we start the conversation. So let's get a prediction. Let me see. Olamide said 2-0. 2-0 to who now? Tell me. So the heavens will record it. Oh, is it Nigeria 2, Gabon 0? Don't just say 2-0. Make it no go. Who is this? 22 Midoy. Nigeria 1, Gabon 3. Be careful. Be careful. Behave yourself. If I send the NFF to you. But that cannot happen. No way. Nigeria 1, Gabon 3. Bawu. Nah, never. Forget what has happened. Forget what has happened with these Super Eagles. Football is spiritual. When they get in there, they know the work they have to do. They will get it done. So leave all these things. They just wanted people to sit up. Gabon see football tomorrow. Themselves then go no. They will get into beast mode. They will use that annoyance, because if they know if they beat Gabon again, they can request for some more. But there's the other side, though. There's the other side. I don't want to talk about it. Go talk about it on your own platform. I'm not talking about the other side, So yeah, let's see more prediction. TikTok, keep the page busy. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like it. Let's keep it going. Feel free to share it also. We're talking about the World Cup qualifying playoffs, the crucial game, Nigeria versus Gabon, the Super Eagles versus the Panther. Gabon, everybody, the Premier, Aubameyang. After that, we've got Victor Osimhen, we've got Ademola Lookman, we've got informed Moses Simon, informed Wilfred Ndidi, informed Samuel Chukwueze, you the wine, informed Akon Adams. Am I playing with you? What's wrong with you? If not for all of this nonsense that the NFF is doing for our football, the right administration, the right leadership, who will be talking to us with football in Africa? Who? Talent for talent? Nah, they're not rich now. They're not rich. But hey, it is what it is. It's what you sow, you reap, So let's see more predictions on TikTok. Savage, the Villa, I'll play for Super Eagles in the nearest future. Amen. I pray your dreams come true. I pray you get to play for Nigeria. And don't forget to give me a shout out there. Not that you'll now forget me when you start playing for the Super Eagles. Omaba, thank you. Welcome. I want more predictions on TikTok. I'll come back to read it. So my YouTube people, that's the update. The team returns to training today. It was a good training session. My sources told me that everybody is happy. I have shown you the Gabonese team when they had their own training yesterday. I didn't get that I didn't get that of today from them. I was just, waiting for updates from the camp of the Super Eagles. I'm proudly Nigerian, I support my own. So it is what it is. More predictions. Imade Ruben, Nigeria 2, Gabon 1. Thank you. That's a good score. At all. Even 1-0, we'll take it, Fuji Lomo, Nigeria 3, Gabon 0. Thank you. TikTok guys, you're not liking the page. It's blinking. They're telling me now that I need to verify that it's an active page. I think you guys need to like it. That's why I want to put everything into one platform. I don't like this thing that it starts, disturbing. Please like the page. It's blinking. I don't want it to go off. That was what happened the last time and it went off. Omoba, Omo Gabon is not an easy team. I agree. He said Gabon 2, Nigeria 1. Iwobi get the goal. I'm rooting for Alex Iwobi tomorrow. He will be having his 90th cap. Iwobi will play his 90th football match with Nigeria tomorrow. You see why I do not look back when I'm going for Iwobi. Because Iwobi is a senior player. Iwobi has been there, done that with this team. I think Iwobi joined this team. Is it 2015? I can remember that his debut game against Egypt in Kaduna. Yep, I remember it was Coach Samson Siasi, I think that the captain. Yep. See how far he has been in the team. So when I say I want to see Watkins, because you're a top player. Top player. So yeah, thank you TikTok guys. Thank you for liking. Jaido, I see you. Thank you. Obotin Foundation Nigeria 3, Gabon 0. I see you. Please call Nwabali to tell him very well. I'm not calling any of the players till after these playoffs. I'm trying so hard to keep away. Even I wanted to talk to them to verify some things. My reliable source in the Super Eagles, and I sent him a message. He was pissed. He said, "Bros, not today." The boys were not smiling. He said, "Bros, not today. This is all that. If he misses my call, right away he's calling back." I called, he didn't pick. I sent message, he said, "Bros, not today." So let's leave them. Let them play the game, and then right after that, I'll even try to see if I can bring one or two of them to come talk to you guys on this platform. I want to do that for you guys because you guys have been loyal. Shout out to everyone showing me love since I started this live stream. You guys keep me going. I never thought I would do live stream. I'd go on channels, TV, talk, and I come here. But you guys, each time I come, the love. And that's why I say, please, when you get into this platform, subscribe. It's free. People don't know that. It's free. You're not paying anything to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, like. The more you like, you're pushing the algorithm. Like TikTok now, if they don't like the page, it starts blinking, it starts hanging. Then TikTok is like, oh, it's not an active page. They need to know that it's not a robot that is talking, because this is the age of AI. So if this live stream is not active, if the algorithm is not active, they're just going to forget us. But I must say I appreciate you guys, for the love, for the support. Please subscribe to the channel, like it, engage with the content. When we're done, you would like it. You see, particularly when I start bringing you guys, when we get to that stage, every time I come here to do these conversations, even if it's not football, and please know that, for those of you who know me, I see somebody that has been following me since my days at the broadcasting service of Ekiti State. Those guys are my core fans. They've not left me. Those guys have been following me since 2008. It's all love. I see one of them right on this live stream. I read his comment. I'm seeing it. And that's love, That's all love. So thank you, Taiwo. You're new. Please subscribe to the channel. Like the channel also. Like this content. Like this live stream. And let's keep the algorithm busy. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate the love. We're talking about the Nigeria versus Gabon playoff match. It's for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. What happened? FIFA, they're expanding the World Cup to 47 teams. Can you believe it? Africa has got 10 slots, but 9 teams get to qualify automatically. We already have those 9 teams. The remaining slot for Africa, 4 teams we need to fight to get it. It's Nigeria, Gabon, Congo DR, and Cameroon. The winner for this Africa playoff will now advance to the intercontinental stage. and play 1 or 2 matches depending on your FIFA ranking, and then we'll now know if you get it. So it's a crucial assignment. It's not just the kind of assignment that you want to hear all of these ugly stories that came out of the camp of the Super Eagles yesterday. And that's why I was saying, shame on you, Nigeria Football Federation. And that's why I went hard with my headline, incompetent Nigeria Football Federation. It's like you're trying to talk to a babe. You want her to be your woman. You're going to be nice to her because you want her to be close to you. You want the Super Eagles to do the right things. You want them to go out there and do the playoffs right and qualify. Simple $168,000. Somebody just sat on it. Can they just legalize slaps to some public officials? Just slaps. Let's just reset them when they misbehave. They'll say, if you misbehave and the public finds out, you walk in the street, anybody that sees you, utwa, they will be all right. They'll be all right. They will be all right. Because I don't know what's really going on. Please, is Oyedika in the squad? Oh, yes, my dear brother Obot is in the squad. If you leave me right now, yes, I like Wilfred Ndidi. He's playing well, but Raphael Oyedika is our number 1 midfielder right now. Because he's the only one playing in the UEFA Champions League. He has been playing the UEFA Champions League for 3 years in a row now. With top teams, and he's a starter and a performer. Easily gives 7 over 10 every match. Easily. So Raphael Oyedika is in the team, and I hope that they get to put him in the team. The Philonkui, have they been paid? I'm just joining. Yes, they've been paid. All of those talks, that allowances from 2019, all those ones were just data mining, his online talk. It was just $168,000. If God don't bless me, I for even feel pay her. I would just say, hey, NFF, shut up. Take the money. Stop this embarrassment. My TikTok and YouTube people can even do GoFundMe and will pay that money. That's what they used to cause all this embarrassment, my dear brother. 168,000. What Dangote used to buy suya? Nigeria. You know, tire you. Yeah. So after digging today, I was calling this one, calling that one, and they know they will take my call. If they don't take my call, I'll go and say I called them, they did not pick. I'll go and call them out on TV. So when they see Austin calling, they pick. Even if they have to lie, then they leave it to me. Let me have the last judgment. But they pick. If they don't pick, I send a message. I try calling you. Please call me. If you don't call me, I'll go and say it. I'll go and tell my people. See them, public officials. I called them. They did not. They know me. So they pick. And they told me everything. It's only the NFF that is running. And I understand because they are naked. They are dancing naked in the public now. So they are ashamed of themselves. My people on TikTok, feel free to join us on YouTube if you want to, because I'll soon start sending invites now. If you want to come on to talk about everything that has happened from yesterday, that the team boycotted training, to when they got back to training today, all of the developments that have come out of that I've said to you, please feel free to join the conversation. I like hearing from you guys. You know what? I learned from the fans. I learned from the fans so much, because you guys, you've got so much knowledge, and you guys are the only ones who can choose to take sides. You just come and you say it the way it is, say it raw. That's why whenever I go to the World Cup, nothing concerns me with stadium. I go into the streets, behind the scenes, speak to the fans. I learn so much from them. So yeah, if you want to join, please. Yes, they have trained Wisdom. Let me show you when they were leaving to the stadium from the hotel room. Let me see if I still have that video. Wisdom, I've got you. This is the platform, and not just football. For everybody who now start thinking it's just football. No, I got you covered for sports in Nigeria, Africa, anything that I've got it right. So that's Victor Osimhen when they were leaving their hotel. I think this is the Rive Hotel right there in Rabat, Morocco. So that's the team. They left. They got to the training ground. That's them doing their stretches, doing their warm-ups. I was told I was really light because, conditioning. They had to, do something light, kick the ball around. Yeah, so that's it. They've trained. tomorrow they face the music. It's as simple as that. That's life. So if football favors them, I'm not scared. Yeah, that's because I'm doing it on YouTube. So please, if you want to join on YouTube, please feel free to join on YouTube. Benjamin Felix, tell the coach to play 4-3-3 and a high press. I like 4-3-3. I like it, but my problem with high press is players that don't understand it, particularly with tracking back and doing the constant counter attack. It's a problem. As you got a team that is very good also with the counter, they get to punish you. I like it, you know. I like it. I like 4-3-3, but with what I saw with the 4-4-2 in the last match, give me 4-4-2 and I'm fine with this Super Eagles too, because sometimes they also can be lazy. Don't blame me. That's what I've seen with them in the qualifiers. Wisdom, I've got you. I can still play you more from their training session today in Rabat, Morocco. Say thank you to me later. So that's the team right there when they came out after all the goes with the Nigeria Football Federation and the National Sports Commission. Give us our money. They gave them their money. They say, okay, let us go and train. You see them. You see how they are. They don't really send. They just can't blame us now. These people, they've done what they want to do. So let's just come out and do the one that we can do. So that's the situation. Yeah, somebody asked me about the officials. I think FIFA and CAF, they are really playing dirty politics. But I don't want to mix it with this. Let's talk about that tomorrow, just before the match, when we are now sure that is those same South African officials. When we now know that it's those same South African officials, then we will talk to FIFA and CAF tomorrow, because it's just nonsense, silly, annoying, dirty politics that they are doing, you know. So it's sad. It's just sad. Because they keep saying, oh, they have changed them. Oh yeah, give us confirmation now. Give us an official statement that you've changed the South African officials, and we are getting nothing. You cannot give us South African officials and you just expect us to just take it like that. I really don't understand what FIFA is doing. The thing, they bust my brain. How can you... Africa. May God help us. God help us. God help us. Because I don't even know again. I want to bring that last game against Benin Republic and let us see it again, the power of that 4-4-2. Particularly when your wing play is solid. Nobody can touch you with 4-4-2. Nobody, I repeat. And our wingers were on point on that day. Moses Simon, Samuel Chukwueze, the kind of football they played on that day. And they both gave the 2 assists that gave us the goal. So that's it with 4-4-2. If you get it right, my brother, forget it. Check the 90s, guys, and early 2000s. It was all 4-4-2. Check the big teams from Brazil to Italy to the Netherlands to England. Everybody was rocking 4-4-2. Yes, I know football now got scientific and really strategic, and just because you don't want your opponent that's got bigger strength than you in the formation, that's why coaches now started changing it. But again, it's all about execution. You see, sometimes you see teams, they start 4-4-2. Right in the game, they switch to 4-3-3. Sometimes they will go defensive. Sometimes they will play deep. Sometimes they will play high press. Now, a lot of clubs are doing the low block when they meet teams that are very good with the high press. So it's all tactics and strategies, formations, but all those things are just football shenanigans. Execution matters. When Mourinho came, packed boss, he won Champions League. Everybody was busy doing strategies. The man won Champions League with negative football. Jose Pizarro came, did negative football, and took us to the final of the AFCON. And I keep saying it, if we had won that AFCON, nobody would have criticized that formation. No. We'll be there rejoicing that we are champions of Africa. So that's football for you. Let me play you that video again. Nigeria, Benin Republic. I've said it over and over again.
A complicated affair for them,
can
but
get
they were
this
given a lifeline. Well, because
Lordy.
South Africa going into some wonderful...
Nobody, I mean nobody, comes close if we get it right with that same formation. They'll beat anything. That one is not matter of this and this, that and this. They will rock any team that comes their way. you know. Let me just let you guys see the highlights again, and then I'll bring people up to talk about it. Let's go.
If it's 1-0, then we'll go to head-to-head and away goal scenarios. If it's 2-1, the position between Nigeria and Benin, it will be decided on fair play, etc. But we'll look into that as we go. Not Raw, who's the man who's looking to try and lead his way. Here we go then. Kick off, and Nigeria come up against Benin. Nigeria playing in Eric Shell for these two matches in October. Great ball over the top, a little bit too fast, just to give you an idea of, you know, the size. That's a great through ball. Victor Osimhen on his right foot gets the shot, he gets the goal. Nigeria within 3 minutes have taken the lead. A solid, slick through ball and a fantastic finish from the deadly striker Victor Osimhen. And the fans are already out of their seats. The musicians are making the noise. And the players are celebrating. That is the ideal start for Nigeria. That's great work from the big man Benjamin Frederick, another defender who's proving his work. Lovely, lovely touch there. Nice slick work from Adam Zakor, and he's now victory would of course send South Africa through. Ideal scenario now for Bafana Bafana. I know how they play completely. There's it's just a little bit too far-fetched over the shop there. And Kiki trying to get past his man, Benjamin Frederick, winning the foul. He's losing to the Côte d'Ivoire. So a wonderful pass back. There's the shot coming in. Comfortable on the ball now. Is Kiki sending the ball forward before they had to make a U-turn because of a cracked windscreen. There's the lofted ball over to the right-hand side. Challenge with don't look flustered. And they got players who like to run the lines. Here's excellent chance down here for Huntonji. Andreas this time. Plays for 6'3", tall striker. And he'll try and get away from his man. Goes over the top nicely in. Swiftly accelerating and finding pockets of space. There's the delivery, it's gone way pretty much, oh, there's a good opportunity, the ball's gone through. There's an offside call there on Victor Osimhen, who just coasted in by Akor. Gets it back to Chikwueze. Defenders back in position, high ball over the top. Victor Osimhen doesn't manage to steer his header towards Janjanu's goal. But a fine attacking move here for the fast-moving Chikwueze. Gets the ball down to the left-hand side. Alex Iwobi trying to get the ball across. Victor Osimhen. Donji will take this. High ball into the penalty box. Long ball, Victor Osimhen. The acceleration trying to get between the two defenders, applying a lot of pressure. They know that they win this game, they qualify for their first ever FIFA World Cup. And that in itself is the groups, the 9 groups. High ball from Kiki, right over the 5-4-4 scenario. Good through ball, excellent chance here. Huntonji just getting his shot driven into the side netting. Andreas with fine force, little touch there from Nwabali, and the resulting corner from Doku. Very calm, they got an overlap here with a chance. It's out wide by Huntonji. It's a little bit too far there for Tamimu Uru. And it runs over the line for a goal kick appearance. Here he is, the former Canary of Nantes. Low, not ideal. Sanusi trying to get the right pass over. Gets it over, oh, he just couldn't connect Chikwueze. Verdon Sport. Chikwueze, he's a great delivery! Oh, that is perfectly placed for Victor Osimhen. Goal number 5 for the Nigerian frontman. But the delivery was sumptuous. quality goal scoring. And Janjinu didn't have a chance. But you've got to look at the pinpoint accuracy of Samuel Chikweze's cross from the right. Quality delivery with that left foot for the header. Demed trying to pick it up once again. Does he light up the piddle that comes over? And Osimhen gets his boot, if you're a linguist. Goal kick, strong protection of the ball from the Porto left back. It's a little bit of a tap to the yang. 2 goals have been scored. Victor Osimhen is the hero so far. Half of the job done as the just unable to deal with Victor Osimhen and Samuel Chikweze at themselves. Into this, they were top of the table coming into this final. Here we go then for the ball out wide to Moses Simon. Moses Simon uses that pace, loves to take the player on it.
Okay, I think the streaming software was acting up. They don't want us to see that highlight. But then again, guys, you see what I was saying about the 4-4-2, and people on TikTok are beginning to ask questions. People are saying, "Oh, what's going on with the 4-4-2? The 4-4-2 is effective if everybody does their role." And see, with the 4-4-2, why I like the 4-4-2, strikers should have support. I know some strikers like Victor Osimhen, Haaland, some top strikers, they can do their thing, but you just need support. I mean, what was Rashidi Yekini without Daniel Amokachi or Samson Siasia? What was Emmanuel Amunike without Brownie Day? There's just some strikers that need good support. Akko Adams did his beats for Victor Osimhen in that last match again. So guys, tell me, what formation should we use? I see the conversation on TikTok. 4-3-3 seems to be leading it, but I like 4-4-2. And with the highlights that I showed, if you want to join on YouTube, I'll go back to that. The streaming software was acting up and it shut down, so it closed the video. I'm going to play it again because somebody was saying that Moses Simon is getting tired. I no agree in that match. Guys, Moses Simon easily, that was the best match of him that I've seen Super Eagles. Look at the last goal to Frank Onyeka. Look at his run. That driving was top notch, and then he did that pull out, beat everybody with that run, and then he crossed and Frank Onyeka scored. Look at the Victor Osimhen third goal. Look at that delivery. We have always struggled. We have always struggled with set pieces in the Super Eagles. But on that day, it was a different ball game entirely, you know. So I think 4-4-2 for me. 4-4-2. If we get it right, we shouldn't have a problem if we play 4-4-2. If everybody come out on that day, understand the assignment. See, that game against Benin Republic, that is the sort of mentality that the Super Eagles need. That's those sort of big games when they are pushed, when their back is against the wall. You will see them, they will come out like beasts. So you start wondering that if they've been playing like this since, how would they lose? Why would they lose to Lesotho, lose to Zimbabwe? Get what I mean? So this is the lineup against Benin Republic. Do you want the same lineup? Tell me, do you want the same lineup? If you had to change, what will you change? I think I like this lineup. Even Akon Adams, I was trying at some point to question Akon Adams' inclusion in the team. Akon Adams was fantastic against Lesotho. He did the link-up play so well. He had up play so well against Benin Republic. So I'm not going to touch this lineup because if it's not broken, don't fix it. Why are you fixing it? Someone is asking about Ademola Lookman on TikTok. Easily, I would like to have super subs. There's nothing wrong with having super subs in this kind of big game. It will even confuse Coach Thierry. He will be wondering, when Ademola Lookman comes now with the run, what are we going to do? But if you now go and put everybody, you use Ademola Lookman as second striker. We've seen Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen. I think with Akon Adams, he respected himself to say, Osimhen and Baba here, let me just support him. Be the joker, be taking out defenders, and Osimhen will be giving them the runs. But Ademola Lookman is in the team. Yeah, Semi Ajayi is suspended. He has 2 yellow cards, so he'll miss the game. You know, that's true. Semi Ajayi. So, who would you put in place of Semi Ajayi? That's a good. Thank you so much, Razak. Thank you. Who should pair Calvin Bassey if Semi Ajayi is not playing? Would you take Benjamin Frederick to middle? Would you play William Troost-Ekong? Because, guys, let's also, not because one team did well, we now think the other guys cannot do well. I also used to question Semi Ajayi because of his height. I thought he was too slow. But he's an intelligent defender and his positioning is very good. That's why I like him. And he's good with the area duels. Somebody said Bassey Awaziem. Awaziem hasn't really played with this team, guys. Even when they called him the first time, I will not lie, I also questioned it. But man has been playing good football with Nantes in the French Ligue 1. He has been playing good football. I give it to him. But defense, you want somebody that those two persons, they have good understanding. They can play in tandem. One can switch to do 5, the other one can go to 6. They just switch. They know when to run. They know when to keep the offside. And they know how to communicate with the goalkeeper. You guys are really rooting for Awaziem to come in. And remember, Awaziem hasn't really been a regular at the Super Eagles. Even from when he joined. Guys, remember, he hasn't been a regular. So it's really tough. It's not my headache. It's for the coach. They are paying him so much. Someone on Facebook, on TikTok is saying, no Ekong, please. Okay. But no Ekong disrespect will be tolerated. You guys are forgotten. I always remind you people. William Troost-Ekong was MVP at the last AFCON. You guys, just last year, hey, football fans. You guys. What has Ekong done? Everybody now, Ekong, no, they don't have Ekong done. People make mistakes. The command scored own goal, he scored own goal, he scored penalty. When your strikers, your big players were not turning up for you at the AFCON, William Troost-Ekong was doing the job. So I don't think it's over for William Troost-Ekong. I don't think so, but I just think he should be open to take, competition, and reduce the errors, Okay, let me still try one more time. Maybe it was that video that got the system hanging. Let me try one more time because I want us to see those third and fourth goals because that was when I saw the proper 4-4-2 formation. in action with this Super Eagles team. You know, I've shown you the lineup. Let me risk that video one more time, because I know you football fans, you love highlights. You just want to be seeing highlights all the time. So let me give you guys highlights to watch. Give me a minute, and then hopefully it's not going to hang again. TikTok, I'm going to play that again. If you want to join, this is the time to come on YouTube, so you get to see the highlights, and then we will talk about the formation. I will read comments, and then we'll wrap it up. You guys take my 2 hours every night, so I go pay for my time. Yeah, and then tomorrow we'll rock and roll. Tomorrow will be so much fun. So please have 4. Join me. Let's play that Super Eagles versus Panthers of Gabon match together. It will be fun. It will be fun, and then hopefully the Super Eagles will give us something to cheer about. Yeah. I no go lie, my heart they do bang bang to bang bang, but let's see. Let's see. It's football. It's football. Let's see what the god of football can do for Nigeria. But if anything goes wrong, man, hold the Nigeria Football Federation responsible. This one is on them 100%. They've been messing up for, I think they were founded, what year again? 1945. I think they've been messing up since 1960. Yeah, because man, I don't get it. I do not get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm looking for one important statistic to show you guys when we see the stats, and then we'll get into the highlights again. I want us to complete the highlights. Hopefully the system will not mess up this time. But this is head-to-head, Nigeria versus Gabon. And with this one, I just said to myself that, look, nothing anybody would tell me. It shouldn't bother us. Should Gabon bother us in any way? I don't think Gabon should bother us in any way. Nah. Everybody come out and say, oh, Premier Obama, football is a team sport. If the other players don't turn up, Obama will not have one shot on target. And me talk him. So nobody should come here and be threatening us with Obama, everything. They have Obama is not. It's not only Obama that knows how to score goals now. If he scores, we too will go and score. So everybody go score goals now. So let's do it again. Let's give that highlight a go one more time. Let you guys see it. Enjoy that 4-4-2. That beautiful game of football.
Place. It's been a complicated affair for them, but they were given a lifeline. Well, because South Africa going into some wonderful clash of football between Nigeria and Benin in this CAF qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. If it's 1-0, then we'll go to head-to-head and away goal scenarios. If it's 2-1, the position between Nigeria and Benin, it will be decided on fair play, etc. But we'll look into that as we go. Leonard Rowe, who's the man who's looking to try and lead his way. Here we go then. Kick-off, and Nigeria come up against Benin. Nigeria playing in Eric Shell for these 2 matches in October. Great ball over the top, a little bit too fast, just to give you an idea of, the size. That's a great through ball. Victor Osimhen on his right foot gets the shot, he gets the goal. Nigeria within 3 minutes have taken the lead. A solid, slick through ball and a fantastic finish from the deadly striker Victor Osimhen. And the fans are already out of their seats. The musicians are making the noise. And the players are celebrating. That is the ideal start for Nigeria. That's great work from the big man, Benjamin Frederick, another defender who's proving his work. Lovely, lovely touch there. Nice, slick work from Adam Zakor, and he's now victory would, of course, send South Africa through. Ideal scenario now for Bafana Bafana. I know how they play completely. There's it's just a little bit too far-fetched over the top there. Kiki trying to get past his man, Benjamin Frederick, winning the foul. He's losing to the Côte d'Ivoire. So, wonderful pass back. There's the shot coming in. Comfortable on the ball now. He's Kiki sending the ball forward before they had to make a U-turn because of a cracked windscreen. There's the lofted ball over to the right-hand side. Challenge with don't look flustered. And they got players who like to run the lines. Here's excellent chance down here for Huntonji. Andreas this time. Plays for 6'3", tall striker. And he'll try and get away from his man. Goes over the top nicely in. Swiftly accelerating and finding pockets of space. There's the delivery. It's gone way. Pretty much. Oh, there's a good opportunity. The ball's gone through. There's an offside call there on Victor Osimhen, who just ghosted in here by Akor. Gets it back to Chikwueze. Defenders back in position. High ball over the top. Victor Osimhen doesn't manage to steer his header towards Janjanu's goal. But a fine attacking move here for the fast-moving. Chikwueze gets the ball down to the left-hand side. Alex Iwobi trying to get the ball across. Victor Osimhen. Donji will take this. High ball into the penalty box. Long ball, Victor Osimhen, the acceleration, trying to get between the two defenders, applying a lot of pressure. They know that they win this game, they qualify for their first ever FIFA World Cup, and that in itself is the groups, the 9 groups. High ball from Kiki, right over the 5-4-4 scenario. Good through ball, excellent chance here. Huntonji just getting his shot driven into the side netting. Andreas with fine force, little touch there from Nwabali, and the resulting corner from Doku. Very calm, they got an overlap here with a chance. It's out wide by Huntonji. It's a little bit too far there for Tamimu Uru. And it runs over the line for a goal kick appearance. Here he is, the former Canary of Nantes. Low, not ideal. Sanusi trying to get the right pass over. Gets it over. Oh, he just couldn't connect. Chikwueze. Verdon Sport. Chikwueze. He's a great delivery. Oh, that is perfectly placed for Victor Osimhen. Goal number 5 for the Nigerian frontman. But the delivery was sumptuous. Quality goal scoring. And Janjanu didn't have a chance. But you've got to look at the pinpoint accuracy of Samuel Chikwueze's cross from the right. Quality delivery with that left foot for the header. Osimhen trying to pick it up once again. Does he get the corner? I don't think he does. Simon, haven't really seen him light up the pitch just yet. It's a high ball that comes over, and Osimhen gets his boot. If you're a linguist. Goal kick, strong protection of the ball from the Porto left back. Gets a little bit of a tap to the yang. 2 goals have been scored. Victor Osimhen is the hero so far. Half of the job done. As the just unable to deal with Victor Osimhen and Samuel Chikwueze. Get themselves into this. They were top of the table coming into this final. Here we go then for the ball out wide to Moses Simon. Moses Simon uses that pace, loves to take the player on. It's parried away there. Long crossfield ball, that's wonderfully controlled. It really was from Tosin. Tosin getting the ball across. Way there by Ajayi. still in their possession. Uru lofted over into the penalty box. Great opportunity there. And when he can't get on the end of it, strong defensive work. Oh, that's wonderful play. Excellent play there from Moses Simon from the right side. Watch out for Osimhen. Once again, it comes right across. Oh my! Come on, hat-trick time! Victor Osimhen! The hat-trick hero. The delivery was top-notch from Moses Simon. He didn't have a chance, Marcel Janjanu. 2 headers, 3 goals. He is unstoppable. He loves to pounce on those kind of this campaign. Tonight is the night. And Nigeria looking for a 4th goal. There was a little side. There's Toussaint. That's not the right ball, is it, over the... Here's the corner for Moses Simon. Far post, it goes right over the top, and here's Moses Simon, lots of time. He's got an overlap down to the left-hand side, gets the ball out, nicely done. There's the ball, I don't know what that was really, but Seydou Sanusi knows that he's trying to get away from his man, but the defense looks pretty solid at the moment. Little surge, yeah, it's not even. Over the left-hand side, Benin. The Cheetahs go. Mooney. Back out, nice little touch from Kiki. Cross comes over. Good dangerous ball that's been delivered. How he didn't manage to deal scenario midway through the second half. Resulting corner coming in. It goes over, taken time. Can he get his shot in? He bides his time, waits. Can he play the assist? That's perfectly delivered. The shot doesn't come. That will be delivered here by Dosu. Dosu, front post, it's met very comfortably. Junior Olotan goes over the crossbar. Appreciation time for Victor Osimhen. He will make way. He will be heading off. Simon will he take on his man. He's going to go down into the penalty box. Gets the ball across. Oh, there's a whipping chance. The volley. They got the 4th goal. Brilliant stuff that really was. And a fine strike indeed to offer them goal number 4. Frank Onyeka off the bench and a goal-scoring hero, and this is what it's all about. Eric Schell has masterminded the perfect changes, the tactical.
Yeah, so that's it. Swear. Tell me you did not like what you saw. Tell me that you do not like that highlight. Shola is standing by. He was smiling. He loves it when Nigeria is winning, when Nigeria is doing well. So let me get Shola into the conversation. Shola, welcome, welcome. Good to see you again.
Hello, Austin. Hello, YouTube. Hello, TikTok. I greet you now.
Welcome. Shola, we missed you yesterday. You weren't in for the drama. He said, no, let me see that.
Austin, what's a 48 hours?
Oh, Lord.
What's a 48 hours? Eh?
I know. It's a shame, Shola. It's a shame. I know. That's why I'm relief. I know. Shola, look, but it is what it is. Tomorrow by this time we'll be here talking about the results. So the time is now. It's here already. So when you look at Nigeria, you look at Gabon. We're talking about this since Sunday. Your perspectives, your analysis, has it changed?
Yes, there's been a few changes since the Iwobi video, the boycott, especially to the formation. Originally, I was discussing about using a 4-3-3, but based on what's happened in the last 48 hours, I think a 4-4-2 may be better in this game because the team has not had a chance to really train, and the coach, he's coached us 9 games. He's never started with a 4-3-3. So it wouldn't be very wise to start with a 4-3-3 in such a crucial game.
Agree.
So I think it's best that we don't change a winning team. So
I
even
agree.
though I prefer 4-3-3, in this instance, I think the coach will go with 4-4-2.
Why do you like 4-3-3? Why?
I think when we were playing the likes of Lesotho, we're playing the likes of Benin and Zimbabwe, we can get away with a 4-4-2. But when you're playing against a team that has Aubameyang, that's an ex-African Player of the Year, a team that has Boanga, that scored 8 goals in the qualifiers, a team that has Lamena, you know, we have to respect our opponents now. And so having a 4-3-3 gives us more control in the midfield. And one thing I said on the last call is that the objective of this match is different to the previous matches. This is now knockout football. You know, previously we were chasing goals, it was a league table, it requires a different strategy. So I prefer a more conservative, controlled approach. That's why I prefer 4-3-3.
I see. So if now, because of everything that has happened, and you want to stay with 4-4-2, we should pair Victor Osimhen up front.
I think we should have minimal change. So Akko Adams is our man to start with Victor Osimhen. I think he deserves it. I think he's produced. We've seen good output from him. I think Chukwueze and Simon Moses were very, very influential in the last game. They both provided us with 2 assists. They were efficient. There was good decision making, and most importantly, there was end product. You know, we discussed it on the last conversation. We've seen over the last 5 years, Chukwueze, Simon Moses, they try to do step over, leg over, all that sexy football. But in this kind of game, we know once. So if they can keep up what they did in the last game, myself and 200 million Nigerians will be very happy. What that means, though, is that Lookman should start on the bench.
Okay.
I think based on his club form,
I agree to that. I do agree to that.
Yeah. Based on his club form, based on what's happened in Atlanta, he's not really scored that many goals during.
Yeah, Shala, I think Shala is having some tech issues, but I totally agree. Not just current form for Ademola Lookman, also what happened with the coach is a bit mental, you know, so he needs some time to get back into the game, you know, and all of that. So I'll give Shala some time to fix that audio issue, and when he's ready, he's just going to pop right back into it. So Shala, when you're ready, we'll get you back in. But basically, I think Shala was trying to say that this lineup, because he said something about minimal changes. So I think Shala is saying this lineup, don't touch it. Shala, is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. This lineup, we should just have minimal change, and that's due to the unique circumstances that we have found ourselves in now. All of this off-field distraction and drama between the NFF and the players, it's not ideal. So we need to just go back to the drawing boards, minimal changes, and just continue with what the coach has been implementing for the past year, or I think he joined in January. So since January, we need to just continue with the same tactics and the same formation. He likes 4 midfielders. Let's continue it. Now's not the time to experiment. There's too much at stake for experimentation. I think the lack of training, the distractions, it's not helped us. If anything, is given an advantage to Gabon. So even though I prefer 4-3-3, in this instance, we should stick with the 4-4-2. At the back, I've seen comments from our YouTube community about who should start in goal. Austin, let me be honest with you. The fact that Okoye was the last person in camp, I don't think he should start.
I agree.
I think that, for me, I wasn't very sure but that kind of just confirmed it. It just is sending out the wrong message that you can be the last person in camp and you think you can displace our number one. I don't think that's right.
He got in yesterday. The team didn't train yesterday. So what will he do today that they will not say no? You come and I agree with you 100%, Shola.
Yeah. So based on that, I think we all need to support Noah Bale, give him our compliments, encourage him, and in the event that something happens after this game, then Okoye should now be given a chance. But I don't think somebody that joined the camp last should be expected to start the game with minimal training and with all that what's happened. The second position that a lot of people have asked questions about is who pairs Bassi. Now, Eric Shaw has a difficult decision to make because it's between really and truly two players. Either we start Awaziem at centre back, or we start Osayi Samuel at right back, and Frederick has to cover either position. Looking at the Gabonese team, their two, I would say, most potent players are the left winger, which is Boanga, and the centre forward, which is Aubameyang. So Eric Shaw has a very, very difficult decision to make tomorrow in terms of where he wants our main vulnerability to be. Do we want to expose our right back more, or do we want to expose our centre back more? I'm leaning towards covering the central of the defence. I think that's more of a crucial area of the field to have your best player to play in. So I would say Frederick should start at centre back so he can support Bassi in marking the ex-African Player of the Year, Aubameyang.
Wow.
Osayi Samuel will have a tough time against Boanga. He's one of the most informed players in MLS. It's not easy to rival Messi for goal-scoring contributions, even in his old age. We know Messi is the GOAT. Boanga was going toe-to-toe with him in MLS. Let's also remember that Boanga was also nominated for African Player of the Year this year with Osimhen and the likes. So that left wing is going to be a very, very interesting position. And I feel very sorry for Eric Shell because it's a tough decision out of the two positions that Frederick could deputize. Do we want Frederick to mark Boanga, or do we want him to mark Aubameyang? That's one of the decisions that I'm very, very interested to see what Coach Shell will do.
I know. Just guys, that's the Gabonese team. That's the complete list of players that Coach Muyuma Thierry invited to take on the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So the Panthers, I showed you them when they had their training yesterday. This is the complete list, and then I just want you to put names to some of the names that Shola talked about. So just to balance it, we're not just talking about the Super Eagles, we're also talking about opponents. Shola, this confidence that we seem to have now over young Benjamin Fredericks. I see how you're calling him. If he's not playing here, he should play there. Shola, this guy has just about 3 or 4 matches in the Super Eagles. Where are you guys getting the confidence from?
There's an old saying, if you're good enough, you are old enough. Fredericks is good enough. When you look at England, you have the likes of Miles Skelly. He's younger than Fredericks. He's playing for Arsenal. He's playing for England. You look at Yamin Lamau. How old is he? So we shouldn't let age be a barrier. I think Fredericks is the future of the Super Eagles, and I never want to see a lineup without Fredericks in there. Whether it's right back or whether it's centre back, Fredericks. after Osimhen, I want to see Fredericks' name. He's that good. He's that good.
I understand. I get where you're coming from. Particularly if you impress. So that's the complete squad list for this playoff that Coach Eric Shell invited. So just to familiarize you guys with the names, and then I'll just bring up as at yesterday, Maduka Okoye had not joined when the Super Eagles media team sent us this graphic the picture of the players that were in camp at the time, just to, you know, move a step further from what I've just shown you. So you've seen the list of players invited for it. But Shola, yeah, I know you have said something about not changing that squad that defeated Benin Republic. But if you have a chance to make a bit of a change in midfield, are you gonna bring in Ralph Onyedika?
Yes. So my original lineup was the 4-3-3, and it was going to be Ralph Onyedika and Ndidi holding, and that should free Alex Iwobi to play the free role. So that was what I had in mind. I think Raphael Onyedika is one of the most underrated players in our squad.
I agree 100%.
I think he has a unique skill set that we don't have across the squad, in that he has the ability to dictate play from deep positions. What do I mean by that? Raphael Onyedika can dictate the tempo. When you think of dictating the tempo, you think of players like Zubimendi, you think of players like Rodri. They're good at passing the ball, spreading the play from wing to wing, creating from deep to release attackers. That ability to pass through the lines and break a low block, Raphael Onyedika has that in abundance. When we compare him to our other DMs, such as Ndidi, Onyeka, Hassan, they are more of destroyers, you know, players that like to win the ball back and fight and dominate physically in the midfield. But it's also good to have the both types of defensive midfielders, because they can complement one another. And I think in this type of game, where I expect Gabon to sit back and play with a low block and try to hit us on the counter attack and on set pieces, they're going to ask questions of the Super Eagles. They're going to expect us to try and break them down. They're going to look for ways for us to use creative openings to get past their defense. And I think playing Onyedika gives us that control and gives us that ball distribution that the Super Eagles, if we're being honest, haven't really been known for doing that in the last few years.
Shola, before you joined, I said it with my full chest that Raphael Onyedika currently is the Super Eagles' best midfielder. And my reason is that he plays constant Champions League football in the last 3 years. To have a right to say that.
Yeah. I mean, his team played Barcelona last week.
And it was decent.
Yeah. If you can play against Barcelona, then I think you can play against anybody. So
last season he scored against Manchester City, remember?
Yeah.
In the Champions League. So I don't know why the coaches are scared of taking a risk with Ralph Onyedika. You know, maybe they are also just going with the if it's not Frank Onyeka, with Ndidi, it should be Alassane Yusuf, you know, and all of that. But if you have a chance to play Chidera Ejuke, where will he play from?
He'll definitely be starting on the bench. So I wouldn't start him. But I would have him on standby for Simon Moses. So that'll be on the left wing, because I don't know which Simon Moses we will get tomorrow. Are we going to get the one that played against Benin that was absolutely amazing, efficient, creative? Or are we going to get Simon Moses that, you know, is not as impressive, to put it in a nice way? So I would have Ejuke ready on the bench to come on in place of one of our two wingers.
I see. What do you think can make the difference for this team against Gabon?
Despite all of the madness that we've seen in the last 48 hours, and I'd like to touch on this regarding the NFF afterwards, Austin, I think what the boys have shown is unity. You know, they acted under one voice. We saw Ekong's leadership in terms of how he was managing the Twitter account, and, you know, giving us his perspective and the perspective of the team. So I think right now these boys, through this ordeal, mentally have probably forged stronger bonds. If we want to look at the positives, we're trying to get positives out of the last 48 hours. I think it's the connection, the bond between the boys. I think it's probably stronger now that they've had to go through that experience. So it almost feels as if it's them against the world right now, you know? And I think we will see that on the pitch. I think they will fight for each other on the pitch. I'm hoping that is what we get out of this. When life gives you lemons, you create lemonade. I hope that, yeah.
Shola, the problem I have with you is the optimism you always bring when you make your analysis. Even on TV, when you come, you just make me feel like there's no problem, you know?
Austin, I didn't say we will win. No.
but what you're saying is heartwarming. And why can't you say we'll win? Shall I, a Nigerian? Okay, shall I make a prediction?
You see, before the last 48 hours, I was very sure we were going to win this game. However, we've given such a huge advantage to the opposition that I still think we will win, but I'm not surprised if we do not win, if that makes sense. Wow. Because of what's happened. You know, a big part of football is about preparation.
What?
That's physical preparation. These boys haven't trained properly, and that's mental preparation. You have to be mentally in the game. Even before the boycott, we had the issue with, you know, the video of the hotel. These are unnecessary distractions that, you know, Congo, Gabon, Cameroon, although Cameroon have had their own issues, to be fair, but the likes of Congo and Gabon, there's been no noise from their camps. So, you know, we've given Gabon a psychological edge, and they're probably, you know, licking their lips, happy with what's going on. But in terms of raw talent, there's no match, and there's no comparison there. Nigeria are the better team.
You wanted to say something about the old boycott. You said you wanted to say something about that. Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Sure. Thank you, Austin. I think, you know, Nigerians, so this is just football aside, we have to ask ourselves a question as a nation. You know, what are we really doing? You know, this is a administrative / leadership issue, and I think this is just a symptom of our society at large. And you know, sometimes we need these things. So in terms of what the players have done, some people may question the timing, but sometimes during tough times, tough decisions need to be made. And I think Nigeria as a society and as a whole, these are some of the things that we need to start questioning in terms of the leadership and the people that are in positions to make these decisions that are affecting our country. You know, this story is very, very, very sad. And what these people in positions of power are not realizing is that these decisions that they're making has an impact on the everyday man, not just the footballers. The amount of friends that I have in England, you know, that didn't waste time sending me these articles. What does that mean? It means the world is watching.
That's right. That's right.
It means the world is watching. So, as a people, what are we really doing? What is our plan as a country, as a footballing nation? You know, you look at other countries and they all have an agenda. They all have a plan. They all have a midterm plan. You look at countries like Saudi Arabia, they have a 2030 agenda. You look at America, it's let's make America great again. You know, you look at China, their number one goal is to dominate the South China Sea region. You look at Russia, their goal is to dominate Eastern Europe. What's Nigeria's purpose? What are we doing as a nation? You know, today we've had a boycott, but these boycotts have been happening for the past 30, 40 years with the Super Eagles. So what are we really going to do to make these changes? That's what, you know, I'm trying to get from this whole situation.
Absolutely. Chris is right there in Libreville in Gabon. Chris, if you're around, please join the room. Tell us what's going on in Gabon. What are they anticipating? Chris said he's watching from Gabon. Please, the Super Eagles need to win this match. The tension is very high, yeah. Shall I feel the tension too? You know, I was like, after yesterday and all of the drama, and then I started digging today, the things I was finding out, man. I had to go check my blood pressure, bro. Like, what is this guys? What are they doing? Shala, it's like they don't understand that this is a rare second chance. We cannot blow this opportunity.
Yeah, it's it's unbelievable. You know, when I first saw the article, I was in complete shock. It also made me think. This is another question that I think people haven't asked. If we had got first place, would there have been a boycott? When would there have I don't know. Would there have, because we wouldn't have played these playoffs, right? So what would the plan have been in that scenario?
Everybody will be happy that we've qualified. That has been the case. And Shola, when I started digging, I was really investigating. You'd be so shocked. I was ashamed. It was just $168,000 that caused this problem. The bonuses and allowances from the last two matches, Lesotho and Benin Republic. Not even what was out there in the media. Just so it means some persons just wanted to get at the NFF. Just to make them sit up, just in case they qualify. Because if they don't do this, they go pick the ticket, go intercontinental stage, it will keep piling. Because the NFF go about 1.2 billion naira to execute the qualifier. They got $1 billion naira for these playoffs. So the federal government, through the National Sports Commission, is releasing monies. Somebody's just sitting on it somewhere, Shola.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Big shame. And that's what Naya is saying. It is a shame on the Nigeria Football Federation. My annoyance is that if the Eagles battle through and get the ticket, shameless NFF, we want to take the glory. Did you not see how they were carrying Ibrahim Gusso when we defeated Benin Republic? They were carrying NFF officials as if they were the ones who. And I was disgusted. Like, why? Why are they hailing these guys? After they raised our blood pressure. Cape Verde had qualified for the World Cup and they had forgot to. You were me on live TV when we showed Cape Verde, small Cape Verde. I'm sure your state in Nigeria is bigger than Cape Verde. How do we change all of this nonsense? How do we change it?
I mean, next year there will be an NFF election, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see if, you know, the current team are re-elected. You know, I really am interested to see how this is going to play out based on what's happened during this playoffs.
You'd be shocked. Nothing will be done. Let me read the press statement I got at about 5 p.m. I think, or 6 from the Nigeria Football Federation. So persons will get to understand, you know, where, you know, they're coming from as regards everything that has happened. The Nigeria Football Federation, through the media, through the communications department, had this to say to Nigerians as regards what happened. Let me take it back. Where is it? Okay. Not this. I think this. I need to bring it back. Give me a minute so you guys get to read it with me. So you will say, it's Austin that said it too. It's NFF, you know, that said it. 2026 FIFA World Cup playoffs. Super Eagles return to training set for Panthers of Gabon. Nigeria Super Eagles return to the training ground on Wednesday evening as focus shifts firmly to Thursday's 2026 FIFA World Cup Africa playoff semi-final clash with the Panthers of Gabon. The pay dispute that's reared its head and knocked off Tuesday's training session has been put to bed, and the players now look forward to putting Thursday's potentially explosive encounter out of. Give me a minute. I'm reading it from my screen here, and I have a little bit of potentially explosive encounter out of the reach of the Gabonese and earn a place in Sunday's final. On Wednesday evening, the three-time African champions trained at the Institut Royal de Formation do Cadres in Saleh outside Rabat. President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Alhaji Ibrahim Musa Gusso, expressed confidence that the team will deliver on Thursday. He said, and I quote, "We believe in the players and their ability to make Nigeria proud, not only on Thursday, but throughout these playoffs. We have a team capable of earning a World Cup ticket." Can you see talk is cheap? Walk with me. Let me read the final part of that statement from the Communications Department of the Nigeria Football Federation. Former Nigeria international and coach, now NFF Technical Director Augustine Egwavoin, said that the boys that I know, and I quote, that the boys that I know that I have worked with want to go to the FIFA World Cup. The aspiration of every professional footballer is to play the World Cup and enhance their market value. I quote him saying, the timing of the strike was wrong. They might have had their reasons, but the timing was not the best. Having said that, I have faith in them to rise up to the occasion and do the business on Thursday and afterwards on Sunday. Thursday's high-stakes encounter at the complex Sportif Prince Hetier Moulay Al Hassan in Rabat, starting at 5 p.m. Morocco and same time zone with Nigeria presently, will be the 10th confrontation between the senior men's national teams of Nigeria and Gabon, with Nigeria having won 5 of the previous 9 matches and 3 drawn. Gabon won only one, a 1990 FIFA World Cup qualifying match in Libreville that ended 2-1 on Thursday. Forwards, Victor Osimhen, Nigeria, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang would be the signature as 2 of the deadliest strikers in the world football. Aubameyang netted all 4 of Gabon's goals in an away game against Gambia. In the qualifying series, while Osimhen scored 2 away goals, 2 away to Rwanda and 3 at home to Benin Republic, lead their team's pursuit of the FIFA World Cup ticket. So that's the press statement from the Nigeria Football Federation. Inshallah, if you followed what the NFF president was saying, is the same by the grace of God, inshallah. We will. Show workings.
I agree.
They have to show working.
We have to pray, but we also have to work and prepare. So,
Yeah, let me get back to the comments and shall I get you to respond to some of them. Sheung Olasunbo said Tinubu government should probe the NFF from 2019. Okay, we'll see. Paul Ayongbemi says, where is the money? This was during the introduction when I started the show. I was talking about all of the monies that the National Sports Commission said they have released to the NFF. So he's saying, where is the money? My brother, if you ask me, now who I go ask? The matter where they see, so yeah, me for my. If you ask me, the matter for granted. Now who I go ask? So that's it, to my brother. I don't know. Yeah, Sean said Tinubu government should probe. Then we took that one. Said the same comments again. Odubayo says the NFF is filled with empty folks. They are just there to siphon funds. Segodi said Nigerian football is under serious pressure. I hope Osimhen will get them out of this pit hole. Shala, that's what I'm saying. Not just Osimhen. We need the team performance, don't we?
Yes. I think we've mentioned it before. In the last game, everybody saw that Osimhen got that hat trick, but it was Moses and Chukwueze that really supplied those final passes to him. So we need those two to really step up their game and keep up that same standard from the last game, and Osimhen will score. But Osimhen needs to be supplied for him to score.
That's right. And that's what I also say about Aubameyang. Yes, he's a fantastic striker. He's good, but if he doesn't get the ball, how is he going to use it? Okay, so that's why it's important that the team plays together. Logistic Jeff, Austin, look, show me. We did not beat Benin 4-0 just to lose against Gabon. We will beat Gabon. He put it in caps, black and blue. The team is more united now. Bro, where? How? They boycotted training yesterday. You think that did not do something to their mental strength? So you see, I like when we put out this optimism, but look, it's what you sow, you reap, you know. So right now, it's in a difficult place. Shola was so confident, he was passionate. As a Sunday, Monday, when this happened on Tuesday, look at Shola now say, I don't know. Let's wait, I got on the deal. So we'll see. Same logistic Jeff said, okay, was replying to Segodi, you were one of those who predicted Nigeria going to playoffs when all hopes were lost, I remember. Okay, so he's keeping his faith, I understand. Don't yab our country. Pray for your country. Be the change. So I'm not going to read that comment. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I was just, trying to count the number of players that were at the World Cup. And I said there was Trust Ekong, Wilfred Ndidi, Alex Iwobi, and then, of course, Moses Simon. So just 4 players in this current squad that have been to the World Cup. So we need more. Odubayo, okay, may God help you in your situation. Was responding to somebody. So people responding to themselves. Thank you for coming to use the platform to fight. Okay, guys, let's get it going again. Tell me where you're watching from. We've got 220 persons right now watching us. 220. Thank you. That's love. So kindly tell me where you're watching from and subscribe and like. I just want you to do those 3 things. Tell me I have subscribed and I have liked. I'm reading comments now. Say I have subscribed and I have liked. Please subscribe. It's very important. The algorithm loves subscription and likes. It does the algorithm one kind, and then the algorithm just start pushing all of us out there for persons to see us. And right now I'm putting out comments, so it'll be good to put your comments out there. Alex T, I was watching a sports podcast, and one of the presenters stated that the boycott could work in Nigeria's favor, as this would bring team building and bonding together. It can carry that same togetherness. So, yeah, this is the other way to look at it, but it is what it is. We cannot also ignore the other side, that mental health is also affected.
You said it. It can be a blessing or a curse, so we'll find out tomorrow.
That's it. Olukunle Osheni, please kindly help us say a big thanks to those who pay the money. And the NFF will be probed under the government of 2018, still this present government of today, Matse. Okay. Top 10 globally. Thank you so much, Top 10 globally. You always come through for me. I appreciate the love. Austin, good evening. This is Kelvin from Canada. Thank you so much, Kelvin, for the love. Look at all the players after the strike. See how serious Osimhen is warming up. Ademola is the pressing foot. After now, he will not release the ball. I love football fans. They were just getting there now. Maybe he's just trying to put his phone on silent, or he's just trying to send a message, do not disturb, I'm here, doing training. So Kelvin, let's just understand. Said Kadiri visit Rwanda. Okay, that was when I was talking about Rwanda and what they have done with their football. Paul also came up with it, that is visit Rwanda, that is on Arsenal's jersey. Logistics Jeff there answering Kelvin that they were stretching and James Francis, why are we not taking sports seriously? Nigeria is not a serious country. It was part of Shola's reflection, and we just hope that we'll change it. We can be the change in our own little ways. We can be the change. Let's keep talking about it. Someday, somehow, we can be the change. Corruption is the order of the day, unfortunately. Hurricane. Just imagine if Morocco had the kind of players Nigeria have. But the animals, aka Zuki, I do that, bro. Take it easy. Okay, this was when I said we should make our predictions. So please come up with your predictions now. Sports Grind says it's going to be Nigeria 3, Gabon 2. I like that score line because I love to see goals, Shola, but it can be dicey. 3. They're scoring you 2 goals. If you go ahead 3-3-2. But Shola, would you like to see goals tomorrow?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
expect there to be goals tomorrow. You have the likes of Aubameyang, Osimhen, Bouanga, Akko Adams, all on the same pitch. There will be goals. We just
Samuel
hope that
Chukwueze.
Samuel Chukwueze, yeah, there will be goals. Yeah.
We'll see. Loads of optimism in the comment section. Government Sunday said Nigeria 3, Gabon 0. This score line, this prediction to my body somehow. Like I like how it landed when it got into me. That's a good one. Said Kadiri says Nigeria 3, Gabon 1. James Francis, if players should they be owed salaries and bonuses, if not corruption playing out loose, we will blame them. Odubayo, Nigeria 2, Gabon 1, John, Nigeria 3-0. This was the comment I said, let us know so that the heavens will register it. Why are you saying 3-0 for? If it's Nigeria, please write it. Let's register it. Odumegu Chidima says Nigeria 2, Gabon 1. I think that's an ideal scoreline. Is that your prediction too?
Yeah, I think it will be this scoreline. Yeah. I'm going for 2-1.
2-1. We'll see. Ms. Bao Kolakbo. The problem with Nigeria sports is enormous. We don't have the right persons to administer our sport. I agree 100%.
It's true.
Okubanjo, good evening, sir. What is the update, sir? I'm just tuning in. The updates is that the Super Eagles, they called off their strike. Thank goodness. They said, okay, NFF, NSC, we have seen our monies, small 168,000. That's me and my guys on TikTok and YouTube. We open GoFundMe. We will raise $168,000 and say, take Super Eagles. That was why they boycotted training yesterday. Yeah. So it's sad. They just want to prove a point, Shola. Go on.
Also, the last comment.
This one?
Yes. Sports administration. We have a technical director, right? The role of a technical director is to give us our identity and our long-term plan. My question to our YouTube community and TikTok community, if you can write in the comments, what is our plan? Does anybody know? That's my question.
But Gobo, your technical director.
What did you say? Yes, we know him. But I want to know if other people know what our long-term plan is. Because our underage teams, very bad right now. Super Eagles, look at the problems. The women's team, So
the league.
We spoke about Remo Stars and the Sundowns, how they just came to Nigeria and really.
They just came and they just raped some. They left. They should be arrested and questioned. But I agree with you. That's it. The problems are enormous. Someone talked about it, And the first place to start is leadership, personnel. What kind of persons do you have around? Let's begin with people who are knowledgeable about the sport. First thing says that if you tell them, okay, when you get into a football field, where do you start from? Because some persons, the moment they say stadium, they just want to kick ball. No. Look around and see other things that you can do with it. So yeah, thank you for going back to that. Let's reflect that question that Shola, asked. So Ms. So Nigeria 3, Gabon 1. With the Mogu, yes, we have our own squad. Maybe was answering someone. I love this comment. I love Austin so much. Now why I no one talk as for me. Now I love Austin so much. I like, but you are going down to the one that when people start calling me now, you will not be there. You'll say Austin, see the comments that people said about us that you went to read. So I will stop at I love Austin so much. Now why I no one talk as he be for mind on this platform. So let's get Shalanke. I agree with you. If not that we have incompetent people in the NFF, we wouldn't be where we are today. So Shala, yesterday I came out, guns blazing. I don't know if you watched me. I said it the way it is. I said these guys are incompetent. It is what it is. Look, time and time again, we have said it, that everything rises and falls on leadership. We are here in the UK. When did England win the World Cup last? In the 80s. But they control the sports business economy worldwide. Look at the league.
And I love how you've mentioned that, because we also have to ask ourselves, why is the NFF so reliant on the government for funding? Can we not think of ways, to create their own revenue generating streams? Can we not sell merchandise, broadcast the games? When you look at the English FA, most of their money is from marketing. Deals, sponsorships. Why are we not thinking like this? These are some of the. Again, please share your comments. Let's hear what people have to say.
Yeah, even if they get those things, Shola, somebody will chop the money. Somebody will sit on it. NSC told me, Austin, we gave them 1 billion. See how we call billion these days as if it's 2 naira. 1 billion. Somebody did a rough mathematics for me yesterday. It's about $680,000. Somebody will just squander that, and there's just $168,000 outstanding bill that you cannot take care of, and you have 680K. Shola, make it make sense, please. Let's go on. Kuban just says going to be Nigeria 4, Gabon 1. I like it. I love 5-goal thrillers. I love it. 5-goal thrillers, 7-goal thrillers. I died here. I love it. So yeah, thank you. Page to profit says Nigeria 3, Gabon 1. That's a good scoreline. Also, Peter, after we handle Gabon, do the boys continue to hold the federation's feet to the fire? Yes, now. Apply pressure. Don't stop. After you beat Gabon, you are going to play Cameroon or Congo DR. If you beat them in that final on Sunday, you will go intercontinental stage. So you go and beat Cameroon, Congo DR, and this NFF continue their behavior again. It will still affect us, and we don't want to get to that intercontinental stage and then suffer. So yeah, they shouldn't stop. Jacob Steven, maybe it's me you're talking about. It's smiling. Thank you. If you subscribe and like, I won't just smile, I'll laugh. You'll see me laughing. Yeah, I said God is your strength. Thank you. That's a genuine prayer. Hurricane, I don't want Austin to think bad of me now. Why I don't want to vent my anger on his life. Or truth be told, the NFF are a bunch. Oh Lord, this guy. You want to walk in the zoo? Uche says thank you, boss. Thank you too. I appreciate the love. My TikTok people, I haven't forgotten you guys. I'm coming. Jay, I see your comment saying Nigeria will win. But is that emoji laughing or crying? But if you say Nigeria will win and you start crying, then I'll be worried. Yeah, so most of you in Nigeria don't know the effects of this mess. NFF has further exposed how corrupt Nigeria is. I agree with you on that. Do you think there won't be a 2002 tactics to sideline some players? I pray they don't do that, because let me tell you, part of the problems we are facing now with our football is because of what happened in 2002. There was no transition. They just chased a lot of persons and brought new persons to go to the World Cup. Remember when we brought Bartholomew Ogbeche, just did Shangalo, bicycle kick, and Onigbinde called him to go to the World Cup in 2002. They dropped Sunday Olise, they dropped Finidi George, they dropped Yakuba Egbeni, dropped a lot of players, and that's why we're here. Sugar Daddy 77, Austin. I followed you since your early channels days, and after you picked the baton from Ibitoye, thank you so much. That's a long time. I joined channels in 2012, so that's a long time you've been following me. But I want to see my fans from Ekiti State in 2008. Those are the ones I'm looking for, and I saw some of them here. Razak Ajibade said, Mr. Austin, well done for the good job you're doing. Can you please confirm what country are the referees for tomorrow's match. The referees are from my brother or sister. They are from South Africa. Oh. We don't know what we've done to FIFA. They haven't changed it. This is the center referee for tomorrow's match. Let me bring him up. That's him right there. His name is Abongile Tom. He's from South Africa. The NFF protested. Again, they were so late with their protest. They waited 3 days before they sent a protest to FIFA and copied CAF. So what I know, what my source told me is FIFA also have problems to start clearing new referees for the match. But all I would have said to the NFF is tell them to swap the officials for Cameroon, Congo DR, Shola. Give us that one and take this one to them. Doesn't it solve the problem?
Yeah.
We don't want South African officials. I don't know why they want to force this thing. I don't know what CAF and FIFA they are thinking. We don't want them. Not by force. So that's the guy that FIFA appointed as the center referee. His name is Abongile Tom. The assistant is from South Africa. The head of the video assistant referee is from South Africa. Then the referee assessor is from Benin Republic. Absolute bonkers. This thing is going to be played in Morocco. There are good officials in Egypt. There are good officials in Algeria. There are good officials in Tunisia. You go to South Africa long. If not dirty politics you want to do. And while we are on this, just hold on, Shola. Let me bring back that South Africa, because I said I will make that guy popular. I will do everything I can in this world to make that South Africa sports minister popular. So you guys will understand that when I talk, I'm not just talking because I want to speak English. We do not want South African officials. And I will tell you why after you listen to this. And I do not know why FIFA doesn't just want to reason and see that we have a case. Listen to the Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture in South Africa. His name is Gayton Mackenzie. Listen.
Very clear. I wish for them not to qualify for.
Just give me a minute. I'll play it again. I want to ensure that it starts from the beginning. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute.
We will root also for Nigeria. I want to make it very clear. I wish for them not to qualify. I just want to make that one clear. They tried. I knew what they did behind the scenes. Yeah. You're far better man than me. I knew what they did behind the scenes for us not to get there. I want them to lose. They must not go to the World Cup. And another African country must go.
You don't like them that much?
No, it's not that. I give the energy you give.
Yeah.
They don't like us, we don't like them. And that's soccer, and it's not personal.
Yeah.
It's like Chiefs and Pirates. You know, they don't like each other, but it's not personal. It's not personal. It's in the life of soccer. Man and husband will not speak the day after the derby. But that doesn't mean they hate each other with that hate. But Nigeria wish us not to be the World Cup. So I'm returning that wish to say, in these 9 teams, they must find hell there. Another African country must come up and take Nigeria's place that's not as hostile to South Africa. So,
okay.
Nigeria. I hear people are saying Nigeria did us a favor. No, they didn't. Nigeria did nothing for us. Let me tell you why. Lesotho, after this mishap happened, this blunder.
It's a blunder.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace.
This disgrace happened. Lesotho didn't want to, or they didn't pay the 6,000 francs. They didn't want to proceed with this matter. The country that went to Benin was Nigeria. Nigeria and Benin, they together cooked the pot to say we can't let this matter go I'm giving you the follow-up thing.
Yes.
What happened immediately after that?
Yeah.
Nigerian Benin, not Lesotho. Lesotho was the one that is the grift party. But these two then said, no, FIFA, you can't leave South Africa. We were then, 3 points were docked from us. They were celebrating. So Nigeria went there to save themselves. They didn't go there to save us. They saved themselves. Benin was just collateral damage in Nigeria wanting to save themselves.
Yeah.
You know who saved us? Those players on that field. They saved South Africa.
Okay, so you be the judge. Shola, I saw you were shaking your head. How can a public official speak this way? Try to make sense of everything he talked about. What was that?
Yeah, I'm very shocked that he said that publicly. But I find it funny that he's taking this so personal. It's just a game of football. But I am very shocked that he said this on television.
I encourage rivalries. It's good for the game. But in order to keep beyond rivalry, you did something wrong. You fielded an ineligible player. You are in the same group with Nigeria, Benin Republic, and the same Lesotho. So the top 3 teams was Nigeria, Benin Republic, and South Africa. And you said Nigeria went to Benin to push. Hello, you think we don't want to go to the World Cup? You did something wrong. If you have docked 3 points, it will change the temperature of the qualifiers. So what was this? What is this man talking about? He just wants to push hate out there, and FIFA cannot tell me that this information is that they've not seen this video. You now still went ahead and gave us a South African official to officiate our match. We not go agree. We don't agree. I don't get it. So guys, that's the reason why I've been saying we do not want South African officials, because the man is influential. So I will cut out the part. This man is an ex-convict. He has been to prison before in South Africa. He's a very dangerous fellow, and he said it with his mouth in that interview. I'm going to cut it out, so I'll play it maybe after our match tomorrow. He's a dangerous fellow. And that's why he came out so uncouth, so unprofessional. So this was when we're talking about what tactics and formation should we use. This guy said 4-4-2. We all agreed to it. Sugar Zavi 77. That said, please call Amaju out. That man must let Nigeria football go. Okay. Christian Cahill, thank you, boss. Thank you too. Akosa, tomorrow is Niger Day. Amen. No, amen. Amen. No. Hurricane, apart from our men and women in sports and entertainment for abroad, they had me to tell people my nationality. When you hear Nigerian priests, it's men in NFF that contribute to the Nigerian priests.
It's true. All of my friends from Ghana, they were very, very quick to send me this news.
I know, it's sad, it's sad. Asuko Ibo says Nigeria 2, Gabon 0. Thank you. That's a lovely score line. Let's just hope that the Super Eagles will do it for us tomorrow. Hurricane in Nigeria, people have no shame. Next month the same thing will happen. Just watch. I don't blame you, bro. It's true. We'll never learn. Tinker Island, you can't depend on 4-4-2 all the time. True, Shola was a big fan of 4-3-3, but he's saying with everything that has happened now, he has to look the other way. I just pray that the Super Eagles and the Tekka crew will keep their cool regardless of who the referees will be in order to avoid unnecessary yellow cards. So this is also very important because sometimes this sort of game, character can win it for you.
Especially with VAR involved. So we need to be very, very careful because Gabon, I see them trying to capitalize on set pieces and frustrating our players. So we need to be very, very careful. We won't be able to get away with anything with VAR, especially with a South African VAR system. So we have to be extra cautious in this game tomorrow. This could be the difference between us going to the World Cup and not going to the World Cup.
I agree. I totally agree completely. As Segodi said, it's the early goal that happened for Nigeria. I think that I agree. That game against Benin Republic, as early as the third minute, we got a goal. Julius, Abiodun Moses, yeah, it says NFF is a cancer in Nigeria. Nigeria's government should ask FIFA for advice on how to clear the cancer out of our systems in Nigeria. NFF should learn how to treat the players with dignity and respect. I totally agree with you. And I'm going to start that comment. So well done. Thank you. So this was me when I was showing the highlights. I was saying, can you guys see how good 4-4-2 can be? I'm a fan of 4-4-2. Yeah, I'm that old school. I'm that old school. Yeah, because check the early 90s, early 2000s when football had flair, when football had style. Almost everyone was playing 4-4-2.
Yeah, whilst I agree with that statement is true, but what's everybody playing now?
4-3-3.
Hmm.
So why are they doing that now? What's the problem? They're just trying to do something differently. Is it really working? Is it giving us the sort of football we saw in the 90s? Be sincere.
As in Nigeria or just in general?
Even worldwide, yeah.
I think what happened was Mourinho. He's the person that let's break this down. So before Mourinho came to the Premier League, everybody, so your Wenger, your Ferguson, they were the two giants in English football. And in Chelsea in 2004, and what Porto was able to do winning the Champions League with a 4-3-3, Mourinho brought that to English football. And ever since then, it's been different variations of a three in midfield. So the rest of the world has just copied that. We saw Spain and Barcelona dominate Europe with tiki-taka. Now we have the likes of Pep and Klopp dominating club football with 4-3-3. So I think it was Mourinho that really came in and changed the sport as we see it.
Is it a flamboyant formation, 4-3-3? Is it all that?
I think in terms of flamboyancy, there's two things we need to understand here. One is philosophy and one is formation. So why I make this distinction is because you could be playing 4-3-3 and your philosophy is park the bus, like Mourinho. But you can also play 4-3-3 and you can play a beautiful brand of football like how PSG played last year in the Champions League, or Pep with Man City. So I don't think it's actually the formation. I think it's the coach's philosophy that determines the level of creativity and whether it will be flamboyant. So you can have.
Yeah. Go on, Cav. What?
I was gonna say you can have 4-4-2, like the Nigerian style 4-4-2. That's very, very attack-minded. But then you could also have a defensive 4-4-2. You look at Simeone at Atletico Madrid. They play a 4-4-2, and they're very, very defense-minded. You look at France in 2018 World Cup. They also played 4-4-2. And Didier Deschamps, I would say he's quite a pragmatic coach. But then you also look at Manchester United in the early 2000s, Arsenal in the early 2000s. They played 4-4-2, and they played some of the most beautiful football that the world has ever seen. So I think it's more to do with the philosophy of the coach. When we move this to Nigeria, yes, with previous coaches, 4-3-3 hasn't worked. But with Eric Shell, we are seeing what I like to call Lagos ball. So that aggression, that ruggedness, that hunger, that desire, whether we use 4-4-2 or 4-3-3, I still think we'll still see the same type of football because it's all to do with the philosophy and attitude that the coach is imprinting into the squad.
I agree. I just know you love 4-3-3. you can be the ambassador. It's okay. Just give me a minute. So, yeah, guys, don't forget, please, as you get in, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep the algorithm busy, and don't forget to also like.
I like this comment.
Yeah, which one?
this comment from.
Yeah. So in Africa, 4-4-2 is a good formation against mid and lower teams, but one can't play it against the likes of Senegal, Morocco. And I think it's execution, guys. Execution matters. I'm still big on execution, you know, because even the 4-3-3, if you don't execute it properly, you will still be punished. You know, Pep, and look, that's why a lot of persons blame Pep Guardiola. Oh, Pep has come to spoil football, blah blah blah. He used that kind of formation and he won the Premier League without a striker. You see, so football is changing and it's all about execution, the quality of team that you have. You know, Austin, I think Nigeria will have to work for that victory tomorrow. Like, really? I see. Ms. Olakbo, what you saying? What are you talking about? We hope Nigeria will be smiling at this time tomorrow. Amen. No, amen. Tower TV says 4-4-2. Hamzat, I prefer 4-4-2, please. It's the best formation, Mr. Austin. I agree. Hamzat, I do. I'm a fan of 4-4-2 also. I agree 100%. Razak Ajibade was reminding us that Semi Ajayi is suspended. I won't be available tomorrow. Dubayo commenting on the last lineup. I like the lineup, but we'll use Lukman as the second striker. Do you agree? Using Lukman as second striker, Shola?
No, I don't think we've seen enough output from Lukman throughout this qualifying series. I think with all that's gone on at his club side, it's better we start him from the bench. And also, there may be a point in the game where we need to take off Osimhen due to fatigue. It'll be a brilliant story if we have the capacity to take off someone like Osimhen, who's been an ex-AFCON player of the year, and bring on another AFCON player of the year. It still keeps that star power up front. So I would rather see Lukman come on in the second half.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Because the Super Eagles is also a big team. We shouldn't lack that super sub function. You know, when the Gabonese coach is looking at Ademola Lookman, is wondering when would this guy come in, particularly after Akko Adams and Osimhen they finish running out their defenders, and Ademola comes in with extra strength, you know, and his intelligence. That will count for something for us, you know. So I agree. Odubayo went on to say the defense pairing is my headache. We talked about it, but Shola was asking lyrical about Benjamin Fredericks, and this person is saying the same thing. Benjamin to the middle. Okay, we'll see. Odubayo says Basi and Awaziem. I know.
Now, this one is interesting because one of the question marks with Benjamin Fredericks is his height. He has the technical ability, we know that. But in terms of set pieces, a defensive lineup of Benjamin Fredericks and Bassi isn't the tallest. So defending set pieces, which I expect Gabon to really try to use to hurt us, may be a problem. You know, Sanusi, Osai Samuel, Fredericks, Bassi, none of these players are above 6'1". So in terms of high balls, we may struggle there. So that's where the shout for Awaziem, it makes sense. However, in this type of game, you know, he's not really been in the squad. I said that. I don't think he's played under Eric Shell before. So I don't see Eric Shell starting him because of that. But I think he's a good addition to the squad.
I said that too. And you know, with these defenders, the pairing matters. You know, particularly if they've played together and they have that understanding, because they also need to work with the goalkeeper. So that is very, very important. What will maybe make what Semi will miss the game? Yeah, he will. He has 2 yellow cards, so he will miss. Samuel will pay 2. Okay. Said Chido's Awaziem should take his place. Benjamin Frederick should pair Bassi. Fredericks, Awaziem, Bassi, Zaidu. That's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not. You know, earlier I was talking about Boanga on the left wing.
Yeah.
Having Fredericks there to mark him, you know, it kind of cools me down, the thought of that, because I think he will be a big player for Gabon tomorrow. So if this lineup was selected by Eric Shaw, I would understand the rationale behind that.
Yeah. Have you noticed how no one has mentioned Ekong?
Austin, with all due respect, I think Ekon is a Super Eagles legend. I appreciate what he's done for the country. You know, he won MVP at the last AFCON. But I think his role in the team now is more of a leadership role, coming from the bench as opposed to being a starter. I think he has a place in the squad for his organization skills, leadership, communication. I think the boys respect him as a true professional. But I think for this type of game where we've got speedsters like Boanga and Aubameyang, we need younger, faster, athletic defenders.
So in a very polite way, you just said he should get out.
He's still a valuable member of the team.
English language. I was just waiting. Just the good. Oh, he's a legend. We appreciate what you've done. You won this, you won. If I just say get out, your time is up. I understand. It's all good. It's time and season. It's all good. Tosin Adebambo. This is the starting lineup. Wabal in goal. Awazien, Frederick, Bassi, Zaidu, Indidi, Iwobi, Chukwueze, Lukman, Adams, and Osimhen. You like this?
It's a
He
good
doesn't
team.
have Moses Simon. He doesn't have Moses Simon.
Yeah, it doesn't. But if I saw this team tomorrow, I wouldn't be angry. It's not my ideal team, but it's a respectable lineup.
Yeah,
I like
we talked about it the first time we started this, and the core analysis is that when you are invited for the Super Eagles, you are a top professional. It's like going for a battle. They've given you your weapon. Get ready. You can call up to fight. So anyone that has an opportunity to go represent the team should understand the mission and play with a unity of purpose. I think that's what matters. So yeah, Hurricane is agreeing with you. Said bye-bye. Kongas has not been as convincing as it was during the AFCON. I agree. Page to Profit said no chance for costly mistakes. Etsiko said our players are not tall, so we need Ajayi for area duels in both ends of the pitch. Yeah, agree, but unfortunately suspended. Tower TV says Ekong should start the game. He's the captain of the team. That they shake head for you. Just that boy, it's over for Ekong. He has done really well for the country. We should stop living in denial. So I said 3-1 Super Eagles. Thank you, Chigozie, for your comments. Please, can you show us the pre-match press conference? So we're supposed to even have that yesterday, and then they were doing that strike. So now, not much hearing from the team. Abc of whether was still any updates regarding the match officials. I did. I've told you, I've shown you guys still Abongile Tom, though the words have been around that they were changed, but I don't think CAF and FIFA want to make that change. They probably just said it to just calm us down. I don't know. I don't understand the politics, why they really want South African officials to officiate that game. Ed Zico, this is his starting lineup. He's got Okoye, Fredericks, Ajayi, Bassi, Zaidu, Onyedika, Alassane Yusuf. He will be.
He wants that minister of South Africa to make a complaint. I see Ajayi is in this team.
Yeah. South Africa would just say, hey, you see them? You see them? This one, with their power that they have with Patrick Motsepe, they will tell FIFA, banish Nigeria. We don't want to see Nigeria near World Football League. So, Zico, sorry, Ajayi cannot play, suspended. ABC have said we have Osimhen as well. Hurricane said Baba Aubameyang is a threat. I agree. Our TV said Gabon should But that was because this is a new generation of Gabon. I agree. Vision is just reminding us that Semi Ajayi is suspended. Hurricane said the only reason I'm still supporting Sprite is because of Victor Osimhen. That's a good reason. Great spectacle. Victor Osimhen will repeat the same hat trick tomorrow. Ami Jesu, he cannot stop scoring. Yeah, man is on fire. Hurricane says man plays with all his heart. I agree. Vision said Frederick writes back. And then I was asking you guys which goalkeeper should start tomorrow, Nwabali or Okoye? Vision says Nwabali. Hurricane says Nwabali, not cosmetic merits, but for continuity. I agree. Jibade said Kong should be on the bench. Hurricane Ademola Lukman should start from the bench. That's a good one. We agreed to it. Razak said, can we compare when Patrick Okpoma was the Secretary General to the present clueless Mohamed Sanusi? Let's address issues. Don't attack personalities, okay? Even in any updates regarding the match officials, I told you that already. Abe Sidov, Henry says up Super Eagles. Ajayi cannot play because he has 2 yellow cards. Thank you, guys. You guys know your football. Thank you. Kudus, good evening. I'm happy that the Super Eagles are back on track. Hello, Austin. Hello, Kudus. How are you? Have you subscribed to the channel? Please do subscribe. This one says Gabon 3, Nigeria 0. What is this? What's your... Wait, why are you? What's wrong with you? if this is the scoreline tomorrow, don't bother. You will see me. You see I'll be drinking my red wine and then reminiscing. Peter Keredolu, what's up? Come on in. So I don't know why we Nigerians like deceiving ourselves. What makes us think that we're winning this match? Even though I would have loved them to win, but the reality is the Gabon team are a better team. Nah, bro. That's your opinion. It's okay. Lola says young legs, young lion. Peter came back to say, moreover, for the sake of cleaning our house and get those that knows what it takes to run football administration, it would be better that we don't qualify because we don't even merit in the we qualify because we're not qualified for 2022. What has changed? So it's better we qualify. At least when we qualify, the fans are happy. We get to watch football. We get to be busy. We have bragging rights. The media will be busy. I get to travel to cover it. Imagine me doing the show from Canada in the stadium or the United States. I went to the World Cup in Qatar. It was boring. I was just covering Morocco. So I beg, Peter, let them qualify in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Let them qualify. It's better. I got a Chinese comment. Can anybody help me? Shall I want to have a go? One Xing Yong, what's going young? Oshkuro Squaska Young Xing Yong. And thank you so much. Abesida of Guso leadership must be questioned. I agree. Taiwo Kunade said, if I am Bola Tinubu, I will invite the likes of Austin. Is it Austin? This Austin? If it's me, thank you. Say it properly so the president will know. Mike Emenalo, relation, Amobi Eziaku, and give you guys an assignment on a roadmap to develop and improve Nigerian sports, especially football. I agree. Our time will come. But for now, this is what we're doing. Our time will come. We'll just keep staying relevant. Ayodele says the players fighting for the freedom of Nigerian football is so bad. NFF cannot broadcast Nigerian teams' home games. See, at every level is bad. Every level is sad. Olu Simon was not there. He was injured. Which Simon was nowhere in the last game? After I showed you highlights 2 times, you did not see Moses Simon. Who made the cross to Osimhen to not for 3rd goal? Who made that run across for Frank Onyeka to score? Oh, you are talking about the World Cup. The World Cup. Are you sure? I think Moses Simon was there in 2018. Moses Simon. He has a point. I think Simon missed out. Who was running from the right? I think it was
Musa and Victor Moses.
Victor Moses. Thank you so much, Olu. I see what I'm saying. My fans are the best. They know their football. Thank you so much. If I'm going to star your comments, yes, so that I'll be seeing you and be saying thank you. Pascal says we believe. Yeah, we gotta believe. Akosa, I'm from Ghana. I've subscribed and liked. Thank you so much, Akosa. Always supporting David Opanachi. I've subscribed and liked. Thank you so much. Great spectacle. Subscribe from Alakuko Dalemo in Lagos. We will triumph, hopefully. Thank you for subscribing. BJ, what formation can you advise we use tomorrow? We've talked about it. I said 4-4-2. Apostle said 4-4-2, sir. Peter, thank you. All the way from Australia. I get so much love from people joining from Australia. Last night, I had 7 persons from Australia. That's big love because that's another world entirely. And they're rocking and rolling with me. Thank you. Akosa says it will be Nigeria 3, Ghana, Gabon 0. Zizo G says even if Super Eagles did not train at all, they will still beat Gabon. No disrespect to Gabon. I like this type of comments. The ginger. Peter says subscribe and like. Honestly, we don't deserve to go if we don't fix our house. Make we go. Let's just go.
Yes,
Shola would like to go. Even you. For the Nigerians in USA, in Canada, for their sake. Somebody on this live 3 days ago said he had already bought jerseys for him and his children and wife. They just want to wear it and go and rep Nigeria. Please let us go. In Jesus' name. Akosa, Nigeria 3, Ghana 1. Julia says, Austin, how can FIFA help the Nigerian government to clear out all this corruption? FIFA cannot. Nigeria is a member of FIFA, so FIFA always supports their members. Say, for instance, you people were crying over the FIFA Go project. FIFA was picking up the project. FIFA was saying, well done, they have done well. And that was why they used it as their picture. FIFA is saying, we are not complaining. What's your problem? Is it your money? Oh my God. Tunde, say hi, Tunde. It's from Dallas. Thank you, from Dallas. John says no plans. The only plan is to embezzle funds. Shut a shame. Shola, I don't see any plans yet. Politicians managing our sports for the money, only for the food. You know, sad. Yeah, so sad. So sad, so sad, so sad, so sad, so sad. I hear there's. I'm just trying not to repeat comments. Yeah, just so I take everyone's comment and then we wrap it up. I'm seeing an interesting comment here. Let me not pass it. Abe Sidov, we must protest big time against NFF. Abe Sidov.
Oh.
Wait, so that means we must get insecticide, right? We just
spray.
Oh my goodness, you guys will not finish me. Thank you for your comments, Andy. Tune says, I hear there is one clause tying government to NFF. Nah, no clause. The NFF is independent. They operate to the FIFA statutes. That's why it's difficult for a country. So when governments now start coming in, after federations, you see that's why they say it's government interference. So it's that nonsense that the difference between. So when you go to beg money from your government, they give you money. It's not interference. Then when you now do wrong, the government wants to hold you accountable. You now cry to FIFA. See, for instance, the government have been giving NFF billions. So tomorrow they now say they want to probe NFF and bring Gusau's leadership to book. They will now start saying it's government interference. I hate hearing that thing. Nameka says, Abe, the game is already compromised. The FIFA and CAF failed to change these SA official referees. Where is the spirit of fair play? Exactly. That's what we said. We said, FIFA, CAF, respect your principle of neutrality. And this is conflict of interest. G. NFF is a carbon copy of Nigerian government. They get money and share amongst themselves. Shame of them. It's the system. There is a system. Akatek says the win end in extra time in favor of Nigeria too. I'm not sure of my blood pressure, my brother. Why do you want to take it to extra time?
Please, we should complete this job in 90 minutes.
My brother. I beg. Ayodele, this is my fear for the players. NFL will blacklist some of them. Normal. Normal. The game will end in extra time or in favor of Nigeria 2-1 after extra time. If I see that comment again, I promise you I'll ignore it. Stop putting fear now. That South African sports minister video you just showed should be shown to the Super Eagles team before they play Gabon. So the anger will transfer to the game, firing up the SAP Super Eagles. It can also weaken them. So let's keep that video away from them. No, don't be surprised at the end of first half we have already collected not less than 5 yellow cards and possible. Exactly, because you know, Shola, we talked about it that this South African referee will now be under pressure, and then he will make mistakes. He will not make mistakes. It will not go to VAR where his compatriot is also waiting. Absolute bonkers. Don't understand. Because our players and coaches would not succumb to bad officiating in this Gabon game. It's a do or die game, and we need a clear. No, it's not do or die. It's tough. It's a battle. It's crucial, but it's not do or die. We want everybody alive, please. Ola says politics in sports, emotions over fairness. I hope we meet them in AFCON KO, but that's a story for another day. Ola was shocked after watching that video. He said, wow. He talks like an illiterate. I agree. Akadek says Amaju is like the godfather of NFF now. Daniel says we win. Yeah, it's a good one. I side with the players. Andre Paul Foundation. Good evening, Austin and Shola. I'm watching from Manchester. I hope Nigeria go through, but I will need to protest. If not so, it will continue. These people are killing our sport. I agree. BYZ. Have they made public the officials that will be officiating the Nigeria Gabon game? We don't want surprises tomorrow. The fit will give us Libya. They're giving us South African referees. I would say we don't want South African referees. If they say they even give us Libya referees, we'll still take them.
We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll manage that one. Okoro, Nigeria will win 2-0. No time. I love it. Okon-Akpan, I live in Lagos. I've subscribed and liked. Thank you so much. Stitch music. Football is not played by names and awards. Players won. It's a positional game. Yep. Yep. Taiwo, Nigeria 2, Gabon 1. Stitch music. If una put Okoye there, forget the World Cup. Habib, Nigeria 3, Gabon 1. I want to bet 1 million with anybody on this score line. Good job. Good luck. Charles, Nigeria 2, Gabon 2. Penalty 5-3 is going to be a tough match. So who is winning that penalty, bro? Who is going to win that penalty? You didn't say. Olua. Tomorrow's match is going to be pretty easy for the Super Eagles. I'm predicting a 2-0 scoreline in favor of the Super Eagles. SOAR Super Eagles. Thank you. And Habib showed me love again. Gave me money. Thank you so much, Habib. Thank you. You see, guys, these are the little things. Support. I like it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Habib, for the love. I appreciate. I've started your comments. Thank you so much, Habib, for your love. Deep showed me love. Shola is quite a lot of comments. Quite a lot of comments.
That's good. Keep the comments coming.
I know, keep it coming. Yeah. Benga says, I like how Eric is using Chukwueze. He gives, that's a very good one. He gives
Yeah,
him
great comment.
driving from the right and moving to the central position. You know, and we saw it during the Unity Cup, Shola, and it was effective, wasn't it?
We're seeing this is the best we've seen Chukwueze in an Eagle shirt, if we're being honest. Previously, it was very hit or miss. One game he would play well, another game he would go missing. But I think Eric Shell's been able to position him in his ideal position, coming in from the right on his left foot, where he can have a shoot or supply a good through pass. So this is a great comment. Great comment.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
Thank you, Benga. Ayodele says, no, Gabon don't have a better team. I've checked stats of Gabon's last 5 games and discovered they are not near Nigerian match stats, even in those games we lost. Austin, you are much like me since I know you. I'm much like you. You've got swag. Thank you. I'm still getting love. Hurricane Austin, I love you. That's why I will not say my mind here, because if I do, I will be banned. So you know, if you misbehave, I will come for you. Let's just be civil, you know. Just be civil and stay out of trouble, you know. Festus Okira, has the referee's been changed? No, not anything official. Paul Ayongbemi says, whatever the case, 1-0 to Nigeria. 1-0 is tricky. Shola, do you want 1-0?
I will take anything. As long as we get through, I will take 1-0.
Okay. I'll take it too. Be more cats. You don't know the meaning of do or die. You are taking it literally. Okay, I get it. I'll get you. Sorry, no vex. Teach music. Nigeria 3, Gabon 2. No penalties at all. I agree. But there, Tunji, it will be appropriate if you utilize your contacts to investigate the facts around the boycotts. Who is at fault? We need to obtain the facts from both parties and press the culprits to apologize to Nigeria. 100% is the Nigerian Football Federation. Like, it is what it is. They delayed that payment because the National Sports Commission gave them money and they didn't make the payment, you know. So the NFF, 100%. Hey, Naya, anyone say that Gabon win tomorrow is just trying to avoid high blood pressure for themselves. Stitch Music. Austin, by the way, I'm one of those who are happy on YouTube. I used to watch you on channels, but missed you when I chose to boycott Channels TV. Thank you for all you do. Thank you too. Why are you boycotting Channels TV? I'm still there. Watch it because of me. Watch it. I'm going to be live on TV tomorrow, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. So watch. Habib, we need Frank Oyeka and Ndidi at the pivot position. Then Ademola Lookman play 10. Moses left wing. Chukwueze right wing. Osimhen in front. That's not bad. Is it? Shall
I don't like this one. If you have a midfield of Onyeka, Ndidi, and Lookman, who's going to be distributing the passes for us?
He just gave it to Ademola Lookman. He's taking Iwobi out.
Yeah, but who's going to supply the Lookman? Is it Ndidi and Onyeka? That's not really their game.
Yeah, it's true. Ademola can do that. He says he's going to play Ademola 10.
Yeah, but who's going to give him the pass in the 10 position?
Ndidi.
Okay.
And you know, lately Ndidi has been offensive minded. So that might work. But whatever they are doing, they should just shall win. Dave Ogunlade, Austin and Shola from ChatGPT. So this is what ChatGPT picked. Trustekong, Chidozie Awaziem, Alex will be with friendly and Kelechi and representing Nigeria in 2080 World Cup. So that means it's true. Awaziem was there.
Really? I'm surprised.
Same here.
Wow. That means that Wazim has been in the team for a very long time.
Yeah, yeah, but it was just a reserve, substitute player. Yeah, fucking. Just want to be sure. I was at that World Cup, I covered that World Cup extensively, so surprised. Okay, so goalkeepers Ikechukwu Ezenwa, Daniel Akpen, and Francis Uzor. So Uzor was our first choice goalkeeper at that World Cup, remember?
Yes.
The outfit players, Brian Idowu. Remember Brian Idowu? The guy
Yeah.
He did so well in the friendlies and they liked him and they picked him. Elderson Echejile.
Wow. That's a throwback.
William Trust Ekong Leon Balogun. Our defenders. Chidozie Awaziem. Awaziem was there.
Wow.
Tyron Ebueyi. Remember Tyron?
Really, really good player. I always liked him.
Yeah, but he was just unfortunate with the team. Like each time, and injuries too. Good player. Kenneth Omeru. Definitely, if he was called up, that one is an OG. So there was Wilfred Indidi. There was Peter Ogenekare Tebo.
What a baller.
All this box to box midfielder far. Plays football like Makaleli. Because there was John Obi Mikel, Victor Moses, Shehu Abdullahi, Joel Obi, Ogen Onazi, John Ogu, Ahmed Musa, Odion Ihalo, Simi Wakwo.
The striker in Italy, yes.
Oh, guy.
Yes.
Kelechi Iheanacho and Alex Iwobi. So currently it's just Alex Iwobi, Wilfred Ndidi, and Trust Ekong. So just 3 players in the current squad that have played at the World Cup. Wow.
Thank you for the comment.
Thank you so much. Be more cats than cats. I'll put the tank, that's Frank Oyeka, in midfield over Ndidi. Ndidi legs are gone. No. Have you seen Ndidi in Besiktas?
Yes, I think, to be honest, Austin, I was thinking the same thing. However, if we all agree that Ekong shouldn't start and he's the captain, we need Ndidi in the midfield because he's the second guy in the team.
Yeah.
So we can't have. We can't have both of them out.
And you see, Ndidi did well with the leadership role. He was always on Wabali's case. Very important. Yeah. Abesida hoping for a win within 90 minutes to conserve energy for the finals. And fingers crossed, the Cameroon versus Congo match goes into extra time, giving us an extra edge in the final. But that can also give them mental strength. That can actually give them solidity. So let's just be at our best whatsoever. Habib, Frank, and Ndidi can disturb the attackers and push them backward before they arrive in the box. We use the wings to play long balls in for Osimhen to win area duels for Lookman and to Moses. What is our tactics? Abesido, I'm hoping for a win within 90 minutes to conserve energy for the finals. I'm thinking, okay, the same comment. I got it. So finally I'm here at the end. Moses and Chukwueze can supply the balls into the box for Osimhen to score. So Shola,
I think those 2 players, we know Osimhen is our main man, but I think tomorrow's result relies on Moses and Chukwueze. If they perform, we will win. It's simple as that. If they can supply those type of passes we saw against Benin, it will be too much for Gabon. If they don't, then we will have problems.
I know. I think everybody should just step up, just step up and do, play your parts. Let it be holistic. Let it be proper teamwork. Let's not depend on 1, 2, or 3 players. And if you check, that was what we saw against Benin Republic. It was proper team job, you know, and everybody loved what we saw. So yeah, that's the latest update. Just in case you're just joining the live, Super Eagles. It's now Thursday, but it's still Wednesday in the UK. Just 6 more minutes to get into Thursday. This is 23:54. But Shola, with all the development, all of the analysis, all of the conversations, what sort of game are you expecting tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I expect the Super Eagles to name a side with not much changes due to the lack of training and the bad preparation. I expect Gabon to come out and sit deep and try to win this game through counter-attacks or through set pieces. I don't see this being an end-to-end open game. I think Nigeria will have most of the possession, but the question is, what will we do with this possession? Will the likes of Simon Moses, Iwobi, and Chukwueze step up and prove to be the difference makers and supply Osimhen, or will they not? I think that is the key point. From Gabon's side, it'll be interesting to see how the Super Eagles contain Bouanga and Aubameyang. And so that will be an interesting battle. I think those are the key points and things I'm looking for tomorrow. Despite everything that's happened, I still think the Super Eagles will win, just because of the sheer quality that our squad possesses, and most importantly, we have the most informed striker in the world. We can't forget that. You know, the same way how I'm trying to respect Gabon, I'm sure those players are having sleepless nights with the fact that we have a fully fit and informed Osimhen.
That's right. Does Tolu Arokudare have a place if you're to pick a team tomorrow?
Yes, he does, but that would be coming off the bench. I don't want Osimhen to be playing the whole game. I think Osimhen will give us a good run out, but I think Osimhen is a good substitute. Sorry, Tolu is a good substitute for Osimhen for when Osimhen starts to get tired. He's quite a tall guy, but he's still mobile. And as I mentioned on another call, that is the difference between him and Onuachu. So even though Tolu will come off the bench, we just need him to still play with that high press, be mobile, and I think he has a role to play tomorrow.
Absolutely, everyone. And you're still confident that Akko Adams will give what we've seen him do in the last 2 matches?
Yeah, I really like Akko Adams' game. I mean, it's not easy being a striker for the Super Eagles because we have about 25 strikers. You know, we were just talking about Kelechi and Nacho. There's Victor Boniface. You know, so there's so many. There's Taiwo Awoni. There's Terry Murphy. There's Onuachu that's scoring goals in Turkey. So there's so many. Cyril Dezers. We have so many. We have arguably, in terms of depth, we probably have the deepest forward line in world football. Probably Nigeria and England and France. Those 3 countries right now, in terms of strikers, we're up there with the best in the world. And I think with that, coming with that is a lot of pressure. So whoever plays alongside Victor Osimhen, naturally there's going to be a lot of pressure because you're given the opportunity to pair with the best striker in the world. I think based on what we saw in the last game, in the last 2 games, Akko Adams has really played well. You know, he's been able to drop deep. He's been able to cause chaos. And remember, when Victor Osimhen plays, all of the attention is usually on Victor Osimhen. And right. Akko Adams has used that to his advantage by scoring a beautiful goal.
I agree.
So we just need to see more of that tomorrow. And one more thing, when you look at the Gabonese squad, they called up 10 defenders. That's not common for a 25-man squad. So there's a possibility tomorrow they may even change tactics and go with 5 at the back. And that's probably because of the fear of Osimhen. So if they do go 5 at the back, then Akko Adams will really need to be on his A game and support Victor Osimhen as much as possible.
Wow. I'm confident. I'm just so confident about the team, and truly we were passionate about it also until this ugly story that came up on Tuesday. So with everything that you've talked about, I totally agree with you, and more comments are coming in, and everyone seems to also agree with you. Shola, if you leave, me, you, and these guys will be here till 5 a.m. So I'm thinking I'll wrap it up. Say, I'll be sit up, say, us team between Ndidi and Lamina. Who do you think is better in the midfield? I think we underrate Wilfred Ndidi. That guy is good, but it's just something that is not just making him click with the Super Eagles. Ndidi is definitely better. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we have to respect Ndidi's pedigree. There was a point in the game that people were comparing him to the likes of Fabinho, and Kante, the best defenders in the world. Ndidi was rated up there with Thomas Partey, the best DMs in the world. He has gotten a bit older since then. This was about 5 years ago, where he was one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. But we can't deny what he's done for Leicester in particular, what he's done with the Super Eagles. He's a great player. In terms of what's missing in the Super Eagles, I honestly think we're not playing him in the right position.
Mm-hmm.
I think he needs to be playing slightly higher. Yeah, and that's where Onyedika is playing deeper behind him to control the tempo. Ndidi's game isn't about controlling tempo.
Yeah.
Ndidi's game is about winning tackles and dominating the opponents.
And
I think that's why.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the coach that used him in that role so well when they were in the championship.
Maresca. The Chelsea.
Yeah, it was Maresca.
And we saw the best. Really, really good. Because, like tomorrow, we want to play a high press. Players like Onyeka and Ndidi that can press high and win tackles high in the opposition box and around their box, that's a huge advantage. Ndidi's game isn't really playing deep and being a deep line playmaker like a Zubimendi or Rodri or John Obi Mikel. He's not that technical. He's more of physique, tackling, destroyer. So I think positionally, we've not really played him in his best position. That's why I was saying my go-to would be for him and Onyedika to partner.
I agree. I'll take it all day, every day. As long as Onyedika and Wilfred Ndidi is there, I'm fine. Ayodele says, having seen Gabon or Aubameyang clips, I discover he likes to sneak in on the opposing defenders. Please and please, Eagles should watch him very closely.
Unlike Benin, if you give Aubameyang one chance, he's going to finish. There'll be no dilly-dally, no wasting of time. He is very, very, very clinical. He may not be as fast as he was in his Arsenal days. I think now he's about 36 years old, so he's a more senior man now. But he's still one of the best finishers on the continent. So our defenders, whether it's Basti or Frederick or Waziam, they need to be on their A game. I agree with the statement.
I agree. 2 more comments and we're done for the night. David, I expect Chidera Juke. That's what Shola's pick. And Rafael Onyedika to start. Chidera would understand Akko Adams and Onyedika a good finisher. Does he have a point there?
If we're being honest, I think Chidera Ejuke is good enough to start for the Super Eagles. That I 100% agree with. He is what you call a difference maker in terms of his ability to dribble and just dribble. He causes problems for defenders. However, it will be very, very controversial for Eric Shell to drop Moses Simon in such a crucial game. I don't think he will make that experiment just on the back of the fact that Moses Simon gave 2 assists last game. If he takes that risk and Ejuke that he's never coached before and disappoints,
and he fumbles,
will be big problems for Eric Shaw.
That was what he said to me. That was what I asked him when I interviewed him after Unity Cup. That Chrysanthus Uche was just joining the team and you allowed him to play a crucial penalty against Jamaica, I remember. And he said, look, that everybody is praising the player and but if he had lost that penalty, and then we'll start talking. Last comment for the night, guys. Let's start wrapping up. Austin, I have no doubt Super Eagles will get the job done tomorrow. Let us keep believing and stay positive. Yes, we can. That's a good way to end the show tonight. That's a good way. Shola, I must say thank you. Promise us you'll be here tomorrow, Shola. I know you have to go to work, but we will do the watch along, and maybe during the match you can join us. You know, then
will you be doing a match review too?
I'm thinking, I think I'll just do a watch along with the file. Yeah, or just watch the game together. I'll be analyzing it. So when it's halftime, we'll just jump on the analysis. I'll take comments, and we'll just run it like that till about 7 p.m. I'll drop off, go to my channel's TV show, and then I'll come back again.
Sounds good.
Maybe the evening one after the channel's TV show, you can now join and they will analyze the game.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'll let you keep all your statistics, your data, your analysis, and then Chala, your parting words.
TikTok, YouTube, it's been a tough 48 hours. But let's keep believing.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much, Chala. I'll see you around.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, good night. Yeah.
Bye.
That's it. Who wants to come on? Who wants to join? I can talk to 2 persons. Let me drop the link. Click on that link if you want to be part of the conversation. But promise me when you come on, you're going to put on your camera so we get to see you and you'll be in a well-lit place. So that's the link. I can speak to 2 persons before we call it a night. It's midnight already here in the United Kingdom. So it's been fun, I won't lie. Shout out to my guys on TikTok. Thank you. But TikTok, you guys went quiet a bit, but I understand. But don't worry, I'll take my time tomorrow morning, find a way to, get this link going, and then we can all rock and roll. Thank you everyone for your time on the show. That's the latest updates scrolling on your screen, on your phones, on your tabs, wherever you're watching from. The Super Eagles finally had a training session today. They boycotted training yesterday over issues of unresolved payments, was for their bonuses and allowances for the last 2 matches. The last 2 matches was against Lesotho and Benin Republic. So the NFF somehow, with the National Sports Commission, they found a way to pay them, and so they were happy. They went to training. We didn't get to see much of the training. It was light. But there's a big game tomorrow, a big match tomorrow. It's Nigeria taking on Gabon. What do you think? We've been dissecting it, breaking it down, and you guys are super duper confident that the Super Eagles can beat the Panthers of Gabon. And I totally agree. No disrespect to Gabon, but hey, I think the Super Eagles have enough firepower to run over Gabon. So that's a confirmation of tomorrow's game. Let me take out these guys doing their thing. Confirmation of tomorrow's game. Nigeria taking on Gabon, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. 5 p.m. Nigerian time should be 4 p.m. UK time. Yeah, so that's it right there. Let's wish the Super Eagles well. Let's pray for them. Let's also hope that leadership and administration will not destroy dreams of young persons in Nigeria, that some way, somehow will get it right. That let all of these things that have happened, let it be a good reason for us to sit down and reflect and start saying, how can we start doing the right things? I want to say thank you so much once again. I'll see you around again tomorrow. Let's do it together. That's it.